How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys, to another wonderful and beautiful live stream. How are you doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Try to take the fastest piss of my life. Holy shit, dude. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream, boys. It is time for some more 5v5 1v1 duels. Yeah, it's gonna be fun as fuck, dude. It's gonna be fun as fuck. How you all doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. Let me get the music up and running again. Is it loud enough? Loud enough, loud and clear. How are you? What's up, boys? Biggest Yeats, dude. You know it. You know what we do. How you all doing? Welcome back. We got ourselves and we got in chat. Crazy Cats of PTR, yes. We are going to be doing these duels in Ptr today. Yes, that is true. Pre-patch this Tuesday, 100, you think so? Yeah, if it was this Tuesday, I'd be excited, man. But we don't know if it's going to be. Hey, Dalaran, what's up, Alcoholic? How you doing, my man? Swordcane, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. How's flagellation work? It's actually working pretty well. What do you got? We got some James Mithrin, we got Knoxville, we got DDO. DO games, Doodoo games? How you doing, my man? Dodo, maybe that's what it is. Adam, we got ourselves Boren, we got ourselves Samuel, we got ourselves Porch. How you doing, boys? Welcome back, welcome back. What's up, Devlin? What's up, King? What's up, boys? How are all you doing? Hey, now, do you think Farrell's gonna be better in Shadowlands? Or still be hard to get into mythical stuff? I think it is going to be still one of the harder to learn how to play specs going into Shadowlands for sure, but I don't think it's going to be bad. In my opinion, I don't think Farrell's Root is going to be bad. Hello, my culture friend. What's up, JJ? How you doing, my dude? Hope you're having a good one, dude. Ptr Duels, baby! You know how it is, boys! Ptr Duels, man! 5v5 1v1's over on the, oh my god, the PTR dudes. It's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be beautiful. Now that PTR servers are working and all, you can copy your characters over and everything should be good to go. Alrighty, let's not waste any more time. They fixed the mana bug for Pharaohs and Shamans. Did they? That's awesome. I did not know Pharaohs had the same bug. Does that mean Balancers also had the same bug? How you doing, Cat? Hope you're having a good one. What's up, Gustavo? Wait, so pre-patch out? On PTR it is. Yes, on PTR it is. The public test realm. Yeah, on PTR you can actually do the 5v5 1v1 duels and stuff. It's not out yet, but on PTR it is. So we're going to be doing a PTR duel today, boys. Getting the boys in on the test realm and hanging out, playing some good old WoW. Hello, dude. Love the videos. Glad to be here. What's up, Cisco? Hey, my man, how you doing? I'm really bad with names, by the way, so if I fuck up y'all guys' names, welcome to the stream. Dal is really bad with names. Also, I have a really bad memory, dude. Download pre-patch this out. Yeah, it's public test room, not a private test room. So the public one means you can do it. I posted an update on Discord. If you want to get PTR and how to add it to your account, I posted like an hour 30 before the stream, and I posted a community post today as well. So yeah. It's dope. I'm hyped. Just 1 month away, basically. Yeah, the expansion. Yeah, it's basically there, man. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Why am I unlocking the dire horns and stuff? Interesting. One thing I do have to do is, yeah, make my UI super tiny so we can watch the duels. Alright, boys, if you guys got a group for 5v5 1v1s, let me know right now. I'm on Real ID. I'm on PTR. You guys are more than welcome to hit me up right now if you have a group for 5v5 1v1 duels in PTR. Here we are. EU and NA both. EU and NA both can play. We got ourselves Boar Zixa. 5 mana already. Boar, you're gonna be the first one up and running for today, dude. First one up and running for today. What do you think she's clapping about? Why do you think she's clapping her hands? You're just walking around clapping. Why though? Is it for me? Because it looks so graceful? They're just in the awe of the big old Chad Zanda. Big old crown, dude. They're just so excited to be here. So excited for the 5v5 1v1 duels, am I right? We got Ptr and Atheman ready to go. Alright, we'll just go in the order. Come first. So we got ourselves Ptr and Boar first up, man. Invite spectator match. Here we go. Boar, Zuxa, and Pink. Zuxa and Pink T-Rex. Here we go. Wait, what? Didn't work. Boar, Zuxa. Okay, should be right. And Pink T-Rex. Are we good? Did it work? Are they same group? Yo, they might be same group actually. Boar. Hold on. Invite spectator match. So that should be Yo, AJ, my man! With a whole 50, what the fuck? Yo, can we get a hashtag? Big old hashtag AJ in chat. My man, how you doing, my dude? Yo, how you doing, my guy? That's 50 fucking bows. Yo, can we get a big old hashtag AJ Graham? Showing our appreciation for the wonderful donut, my dude. Thank you so much, buddy. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, thank you. Yo, AJ, oh my god, that's a big bones, man. Much love to you, guy. Oh my god. What the hell? I don't understand. I don't understand. Yo, my man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ha. Wait, hold on. Okay, so this so far hasn't been working at all, by the way. Is Borzuxa a lead? Maybe Pink T-Rex is lead. Hold on. Pink T-Rex and Atho, man. Let's try Pink T-Rex and Atho. Okay, yo, if you guys are lead, let me know in real ID that you have a group. If you're not lead, just like be patient until the lead hits me up, man. I think Boar might not be. I am lead. Wait, what? Really? Okay, well, I got Pink T-Rex and Atho to work. Boar, for some reason, your group didn't all work. Were you offline by this chance? Because it wouldn't work at all, man. Edgy, you're the boss. Goddamn, yeah, he is, dude. Gonna get pizza and can now get pizza and taco. I only have a pizza waiting for me, dude. I only have a pizza waiting for me, but at this point, it's basically on AJ, isn't it? My man, thank you so much. That's very fucking generous of you. You guys are organized prior to this, or legit no group left in LFG and PTR? If you guys don't see a group in LFG or in PTR, you guys are more than welcome to form your own. This is a community-driven thing. Yeah, so if you want to make a group, you can just start one. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like-minded people like you trying to find groups as well. So if you just want to make a group yourself for 5 founding months, get four people in there, so it's makes 5 man. Add me on Real ID on PTR. It's Dalaran hashtag 1340. Dalaran hashtag 1340. I add you and I queue you. That easy. It's very community organized. You'll be surprised. It's not super official here. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 with Athens Cute coming back more. So Frost Mage. We got ourselves Peep. We got Peep in here. Little Peep. Tasty! Oh my god, this showers finally no longer have the mana drained. And we got Seawork is Cute on the other side of the team. Looks like Seawork is Cute versus Tasty. I'm just calling him Seawork Cute versus Tasty. Gonna go for the last one. Big Midget coming out on Seawork Cute. Lots of damage to the pally. Does he survive? Shield of Vengeance available for Seawork Cute as he gets knocked back with a big old hammer. Hand of Freedom available. Will not be able to cleanse that off as Tasty is looking to get the hell out of there, dude. It's gonna be 2 Dark Iron brethren fighting one another in the Ring of Glory. We're on team 1. We also have ourselves Hell Patrol as an arms warrior and War Grand. Tasty trying to see if he can get himself a lineup. Seawork is Cute is gonna go for the Hodge onto either Executive Descendants or it looks like a Hodge actually on Grinding Totem. So CC is gonna be completely taken out with big wings coming out. He's gonna be able to get himself quite a bit of healing. Tasty just melting right through the Paladin. Oh my goodness, no bubble, no bop. The man just was not prepared. As the next team 2 is going to be Saras. We got ourselves Christina, we got ourselves F-Egg, and we got ourselves Arisa. Arisa, can you call me Arisa? Just because, oh my goodness, you went from a female human to a male human DK. Arisa, you can just still call you Arisa. I'm still going to call you Arisa, I'm sorry. It's not because I'm trying to disrespect you, just Arisa. Rolls off the tongue far easier than Ariasa. Ari? Wait, let's call him Ari, dude. We'll call him Ari. How does that sound? That sounds a little better. Ari, that's what my druid's name used to be, dude. Ari. A-R-I, though, instead of A-R-Y. But that's close enough. Gonna be a Hex onto... Oh, the casting while moving from Tasty with the... Oh my god, what's the cooldown called even? Spirit Walker's Grace, I think? Tasty landing that hex onto the Death Knight while trying to still run away from him, trying to land himself quite a few heals. Gonna be ripped by the Death Knight. Looks like the undeads are actually fighting the Earth Elemental from Tasty. Gonna be transfusion with Lightning Lasso. Tasty does get stunned by that pet stun to stop the lasso, trying to get a knockback onto Ariasa. Doesn't look like it's gonna go through, as it looks like he does have for himself the Death Knight movement skill. Gonna be a what looks like a grounding totem. Actually grounds a couple spells. I think a grip it grounds. Interrupt comes out of Tasty, but Ariasa does not get Tasty low enough. There goes grip, so I think it was something else that he used. Might have maybe a stun. But definitely a couple of things got grounded, like a death cold for sure. That's going to be Meteor coming down onto Ariasa. Does go for the death pack. Necrotic's a portion of their health. Perfect opportunity for Tasty to really get aggressive, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Ariasa, I think, was going to heal off of the fire elemental. Looks like it's not going to be happening. So just trying to avoid Tasty as best as possible. Tasty at least trying to get the dots up and running onto Ariasa. Try to get the procs to happen. Stormkeeper coming out. Ariasa has quite a bit of burst available. Tasty is aware of this. Going to be full armor that joined the fight. But Tasty is actually under a lot of pressure, trying to burn through Ariasa. AMS burnt her completely. There was a massive heal, but Tasty does lock him out with a big Earth Shock at the very end, taking him out, and needs to recover in health immediately as Saris is approaching. Does Saris give him the honor duel? Looks like he's setting it up. By the time the Warlock is done setting up, Tasty does get himself a couple heals back to back. Man, the Elemental Shaman dude is making a comeback. Finally, oh my goodness. Tasty is going to have two targets for him to place a lava shock on, or flame shock to get those lava bursts out. It looks like Tasty is not running the Ascendants, by the way. That is something he might end up running once Shadowlands comes out, once he can get certain combos with it. But it's going to be interesting to see how good it's going to be. That's going to be a stun around the corner. Tasty does choose to go for a trick, and Saris does send in more demons. So Tasty is actually going to be under a lot of pressure from these demons, stunning all of them, trying to get himself a little bit of self-heals rolling while at it. But these demons are going to put a bit of pressure for Saris. That would actually, I think, would have been a great opportunity to get a Tyrant up and running. But even though Tyrant wouldn't be able to do the most amount of damage, those pets at least would do something to Tasty. Grounding Totem onto that Mortal Coil. Valrup does come out. Saris taking a lot of lightning bolt damage, is popping the wall with a drain life to follow. Tasty is going to be behind the pillar with a demon or two, just under a little bit of pressure. Looks like Succubus Pet is down for the count for Saris. I didn't see a Succubus Pet at all. Does he take it out? Does resummon a Shavara very quickly. Has to burn a cooldown in order to resummon a fast Shavara. Stunned by Saris off of the Succubus CC, is going to be able to get more pets up and running. Dropping down Basket Bombers up at Tasty, but does get locked out, I think, on Shadow spells. Trying to get some Shadow Bolts to Tasty, build up some resources. Big Ursuck by Tasty to follow in. Might just be able to take him out with a couple instant casts. Saris trying to drain life, as that's all he's really got going on right now. Lava Burst, Mortal Coil does connect before the Lava Burst really goes through. Saris does catch up on a bit of health, does stop him on Shadow spells. Valfian rolls in. Does Tasty have enough damage here, or is drain life going to be enough though for Saris? Light Lasso for a second, does stop it, banishes the pet. That's going to be even more Shadow Bolts for Saris. Needs to drain life immediately. It looks like the Frost Shocks from Tasty will be enough. Just needed just a hair more damage. Speaking about hair, we got a lot of it coming up next with a Feral Druid versus Tasty, who cut up in a lot of health. We only had 5 minutes into this duel, 3% dampening, so Tasty still got quite a lot of self-heals happening. But how is he going to be able to manage a fellow? So far, the Death Knight has been, I feel like, quite a lot of pressure. The Paladin also was putting quite a surprise. Well, I guess not surprising, because Paladins do a lot of damage, really. And it looks like F is going to get hit with a Flame Shock in the opener before he can really catch the opener with a lasso right after. Standing still, I'm not really sure what's going on. Hopefully, he's not experiencing too much lag here, because it looks like Tasty already has a big lineup ready. Big lightning bolts coming out. Epic is not in a good spot. Does need to get himself a reheal, maybe even a restealth. Looks like Tasty is not going to let him do it. Does catch a restealth for a second against the Shadow Meld. Did come out. Epic might need to go for line of sight. I feel like this man is just done and done. I don't think this man was prepared at all. Christina, though, is hopefully going to be better prepared here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe FX was having some really bad lag. It is PTR. It could be pretty bad for some of you guys, especially on EU. But Tasty is an EU boy, and he seems to be doing just fine. But it could be, you know, it could be depending on your region or something. Didn't get 1 damage off. That is unfortunate. Christina getting a big opener. Big bite on Tasty with a bit of Destragat Trinket. God, I even forgot the dressing got triggered for a second. Gonna be some instant casts. Oh, running while casting for Tasty. Healing does drop down the totem in order to give him a little bit extra self heals. Does get Skull Bash on his own heal as Crusader does some Thorns, trying to get as much damage out on Tasty. Not letting Tasty go too far. No interrupts available for these lightning bolts. Big Earthshock, and that's gonna be pretty wall for Crusader. Tasty looking to get another circle around him. We're about to hit that 7-minute mark, boys. 30% dampening. Big Earthshock by Tasty. Does Christina may want to back up? Lots of healing used to happen the last, so no way to stop it. That could be the end right here. Actually, does Tasty get him? Oh my goodness, the reaping flames from the dwarf and shaman god. Oh my god, dude. Oh, shamans, man. There he is, dude. He actually did quite a lot of healing. I love Spirit Walker's Grace and Elemental. Just being able to like run around and cast. Oh, that is so fun. That is so good. Oh my goodness. I almost want to give their team another go, dude. I almost want to give their team another go because they barely really get to play. I mean, it's only Tasty that gets to play. You know what I mean? Maybe a good idea to let their team re-roll, see what happens. Man, yo, might need to get you with this Cragger, dude. We might need to put Ptr X's. Oh, is it Athaman's team maybe? Was it Athaman's team or was it Ptr X's team just now? With Tasty. I think it might have been Ptr X, wasn't it? Might have to go again, man. Why no one rogue? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll see a sub rogue in just a moment, dude. Sub rogue seem pretty busted. Actually, I'm actually guessing which rogue is going to be good for. I would not think it's going to. It might be Assassination is still really good. I think Sub was having some broken things about it. I don't know if Sub still has broken things about it now. Like, remember Slice and Dice gave you a massive heal. But I remember some of you guys saying, yo, this rogue was fucking cheesing you. And now that apparently the heal is gone, which I'm guessing, is it gone? I don't know. It probably is. I mean, if you guys said it is. Rogues at the top, kicked up. Rogues at 2 OP kick W. Are rogues really that bad on PTR? Because last time I played rogue, it wasn't doing that bad, but there could have been also a bunch of tuning for PTR that we just weren't aware the Blizzard has done recently. You know what I mean? Like, last time, I felt like I could at least compete with Seavark, so that would be like my measure, like, okay, can I at least be someone competitive against Seavark? I feel like if Seavark knew every single ins and outs from me, he'd probably win every single time. But like from the couple of times we were dueled, like, can I be competitive with Seavark? I feel like I can be. I won't win every duel, but I feel like I can. At least I can stand toe to toe. I don't think I'm gonna get dumpstered. So I felt like rogues are pretty good, at least Outlaw. But I don't know. We're gonna play last later team. Okay, which team were you though? Who had Tasty? We gotta let him go again, man. We gotta let Tasty's team go again, dude. We have to. They barely get to play. Go Craggar. I'm thinking throw him against Craggar. Was it Athaman's team? Wait, was Atha the dwarf paladin, by the way? Was he Seavark cute? Was he that guy? Because I did queue Atha and Pig T-Rex and I didn't see Atha anywhere. Atha was Seavark cute. Okay, I didn't think. I actually thought, you know how I thought it was? I thought that was Quinrat. Whatever name he goes by now, but Quinrat. Seavark knows him, dude. Yeah, I thought it was Quinn, dude, for some reason. Alright, let's get Pink T-Rex. Pink T-Rex and Craggar. I feel like we gotta let team with Tasty go against Craggar's team. I feel like we got him. Whether he goes first, actually, Tasty, don't go last. Just do a roll. Just do a roll, whether you come in last or first or whatever. I feel like it'd be fair. I think it'd be fair. You know what I mean? Because you're going against Team Craggar. They might need you to take out 1 or 2 boys. You know what I mean? They might need you, dude. If it puts you last, it puts you last. If it puts you like 3rd, 4th, 1st, whatever, well, it puts you 3rd, 1st, 4th, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I don't want to say, because Tasty is a shaman, dude. Did you see how much healing he did? I can only imagine how. I feel like it's just not going to be... I just don't want to put him in a situation where it's going to be unwinnable, a high enough dampening, you know? I wanted to have a chance. That's my boy right there, dude. Alrighty, boys. Switch. Let me move this down a little bit. Team 1, we're just gonna go over them again. We got ourselves Atha, Scoot with the Seawark. We got Peep. We got ourselves Hell Patrol. It looks like he's gonna be going first as an arms warrior. Tasty in the back as well as War Grand versus Team Craggar. We got ourselves Remy God H. What the hell? That looks amazing. The body paint in your face looks so good. We got ourselves Gani. We got ourselves short form. We got ourselves Yasa, the Warlock from last week. We got ourselves Leto and Craggar. Looks like Yasa is gonna be first up. Or it's really Yasa. Cam shot? Is that what that is? Either way, dude. Hell Patrol is going to get hit with a Mortal Coil. It's going to be Tyrant trying to come out. It's going to be stunned short onto Patrol as he gets interrupted onto the Tyrant. Now he should be able to get himself full Tyrant. He's going to go for the ports. That is something I don't see a lot of Warlocks right now. Even in Shadowlands do a lot. He's using the ports regularly. Hell Patrol, try to see if he can land some damage too. Yes, he has a bit more burst this time, and survivability. Should have at least better survivability. Yes, it does go for a heal. It's going to be an interrupt onto the Vile Fiend, trying to go for maybe a little bit of a... Oh, looks like he's actually going to resummon the Vile Fiend and get a Tyrant up and running. Hell Patrol is going to get stunned. That's going to be a full Tyrant, clapping them cheeks with a stun right after. It's doing quite a lot of damage. Hell Patrol getting a stun onto Yasa. Does he have anything? He's going to pop a defensive. Shield is available. It's going to be also commanding shout up right now as a Mortal Coil runs him in a direction, and Yas is setting up to get himself a port if necessary. Is going to go for the port as soon as possible. Hell Patrol does go for a leap. All those pets are attacking him. He does need to get himself as much ignore pain in order to survive through his damage. Yas, though, letting those pets do majority of the work. They'll try to get some instants at Hell Patrol as the shields are down. Fear onto the pets is going to get himself ignore pain back up, but it's going to only ignore a portion of the damage you take. It's not a full absorb. It's only a portion of the damage you take. So a portion of the damage you take is still going to go through. Hell Patrol activating the reflect a little bit early. Hell Patrol might just die to the drain life. He does have Yasi very low. Needs to land that execute. Could get close. That's going to be a big gateway or big port for Yasi. Hell Patrol is still out there with a pet attacking him. There's quite a bit of damage. Trying to see if he can connect back with Yasi. Does have a lot of abilities rolling though. Avatar available. Yasi looking to get away. Let Hell Patrol come down and help by a little bit. Mortal Coil running him in the other direction as he gets even more. Demon Dog is up and running. Reflect available. Henry down is going to connect. I think it still does damage, and that's going to be Yasa taking out Hell Patrol out. The arms where he came in actually stood toe-to-toe with Yasa for a bit. He really did stand toe-to-toe with the Warlock. Peep is going to be up next. Well, Pep. But I don't feel like calling him Pep every single time. Wait, Pep. Yeah, that's actually right. Yasa tried to get some damage onto Pep, as he's going to try to summon Vile Fiend with a Tyrant. He's actually just going to go for a full-blown Tyrant, even though he doesn't have line of sight of Pep. It looks like the Tyrant is going to get there and try to get some damage in. Stun into Pep. Does go for a Fear. The Tyrant doesn't get to do that much damage. The other pets did get to do a little bit of damage. Yasa getting up a Felguard to top of it. Looks like the Tyrant is not going to be able to get a single cast off, maybe? No, he did not. So it looks like Yasa's damage really did go kind of out of the window. It's going to be a reflect against the Shadow Priest for a second. Does not reflect the silence back at Pep, though, as he does throw one out. Yasa looking to... keep swapping to wrong person. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. But Yasa looking to maybe get himself a little bit of hide strat away from Pep. Pep needs to get the DPs rolling onto Yasa. The Devouring Plague needs to make a play here. I feel like that is exactly how he's going to win, is be able to ramp up the Devouring Plague. As Yasa summoning yet another Vile Fiend, which is a really good spell for Demonology Warlocks. There's a couple advantages to it. First of all, it's a cast of fire damage. So if you interrupt it, you get Fire Lock. Now, there's not a lot of fire damage you do as a Warlock. There's a lot of Shadow and Demon damage. Demon cast? Or Demon Bolt style cast? Demon Fire? Demon Lock? I think it's Demon Fire, maybe. But it's a spell that you can actually get interrupted on, and you'll be fine if you get locked out on. We're going to switch to our mix, by the way, boys. That's Pep trying to get himself some heals. So Yasa going for that pet is actually a really good idea. First, if you get interrupted on it, you can still cast your spell. Second, it's a Vile Fiend. He does quite a bit of damage right now. And also with the changes to Tyrant, Tyrant will now take health of a percentage of every pet's health. So the more health someone has, the more health he consumes. And Vile Fiend has generally better health than an Imp does. It's going to be Pep taking a bit of damage as Yasa does set it up. Yasa seems to be putting out the Tyrant out every cooldown. It looks like the Tyrant does quite a bit of damage. He's clapping them cheeks as Pep having to disperse into dispersion, just chilling. Dispersed into the cloud of shadow as Yasa got himself quite a good position up ahead. He does have a backup if need to. Reflect available in case Pep goes in for a lot of damage. Stun into Pep out in the open. Does Pep have anything left? I think it's going to be done and done. Yasa taking out a second one with a port as soon as Warcraft going up for the fight. Yasa is playing the Warlock as best as he can. Pushing out, pushing back, using the port on cooldown when possible as a way to kind of back up out of there if ever necessary. Warcraft is going to be up next versus Yasa trying to trade the dots, harpooning in. Is he going to go for big damage? Mortal Coil sends him running in the other direction though. Yasa getting him with a stun right after. Wargren disengage it back to Yasa. Trying to hit him with a dress, does not really connect as well. The pets do absorb a portion of it, and as soon as Wargren kind of leaps away, the stun from the second pet comes out. Vile Fiend is going to be out for a chase as Yasa going to use Wargren's pet in order to reheal a little bit, but that's going to be Eagles flying. Yes, it does port away, at least creating some line of sight. It looks like Yasa's pet is going to port literally with the Wargren's pet is going to port with Yasa. Stun onto Wargren. Yasa almost summoning off a tired while the wall is up and running. But I think Wargren is going to bike him down, dude. Just going to take him out. And Gani is going to be up next, the Shaman on team 2. Try to get himself a Stormkeeper up and running. Wargren trying to recover many bandages. Should be quite a lot of zaps available. Wargren better be afraid. It better be ready. One more lightning bolt, or two more lightning bolts really, because it's 100% overload guarantee. Are going to be ready for Gani as well. Going for the big Earthshock. Maybe big damage for Wargren. Better be watching out for his own health. He might be in a bad spot. Freezing trap onto the Earth pet for Gani. I think Gani can still use the pet. Does get to use the pet to get himself a wall running, so he can get the Earth Elemental wall. He can have his own wall. And while we are not super high in dampening, he does recover a bit of health. Wargren is going to be under assault quite a bit. Feign death into a camo. His pet does get caught in the combat though, so that's going to take him out of that camo. Going for many bandages, and Gani has to go from either left side or right side of the pillar. Stun as he approaches the team 2 entrance. Getting knocked back further into entrance with lightning lasso attacking him. Does go, I believe, for a pet sack. It's either a pet sack because the same animation is also wild call. So it could be the pet call where he moves all the slows, but also it could be sack. I'm going to guess sack. Going to be a turtle shell as Wargren is just going to actually approach aggressively, just walking with his turtle shell aggressively, and Gani does freeze him for a second. Gani's still holding on to Fire Elemental, if I'm not wrong. Many bidders available for Wargren. The pet does get to take the aggro of the Earth Elemental. Gani, I don't really know if he can control the Earth Elemental while he is under CC. Lightning Lasso onto Wargren is going to be full, doing quite a bit of damage. If Gani has any instant-cast damage to follow after, big Earthshock to follow. That's going to be Lava Burst right after. That's going to be dots traded by both the Shaman as well as the Hunter. Pulling the pet back, actually, to maybe see if he can maybe get the pet off with a dot, you know, wait it out. Gani reaction actually gaining a lot of health. I don't even know how he got so much health back, but he recovered a lot of health. There's no Warlock on that team either, so that's just a lot of just raw healing, I guess. Just the healing surges. Now that Shamans no longer have mana drained, now we see why maybe Blizzard put a mana cap on those guys, or a mana drain. Make it harder for them to do much, because they're already healing for a ton. It's going to be Wargren. Try to see if he can dodge the lightning bolts away from Gani. Does lightning strike twice? In the case of Gani, it does definitely strike twice. Dropping down the lightning lasso as Wargren is looking for himself a little bit over hiding behind the pillar. Looking for a bit of a cover. Big dress onto Gani. Huge damage. Does he do enough? Freezing trap. Does he have enough to finish him off here? He just needs like two more globals. Try to go for the kill command or kill shot. Didn't happen. Gani's super low. Eating a grenade. Second grenade still keeps running. That's hilarious as this man is taking grenades to the face and just keeps on chugging. Gonna be Leto. Up next is a Marksman Hunter versus Wargren. If Leto gets the big burst combo off, then it's gonna be Wargren done for. Scatter shot. Does he go for the big setup? Trying to go for a big double aim shot. Does not get a line inside of it. Wargren is rooted for a second. Rapid fire cannot stop the rapid fire. That's going to be freebie damage. Letter just uses an aim shot. I think it might be it right here. Last aim shot needed with a kill shot right after him. And Athens Good is going to be up next. Does get a slow and a root onto Leto. Dropping down the comments as he freezes him with a turtle shell for Leto as he's trying to get himself out of the bad part of the arena. Out of the icy chill. Wait, is that a pet get attacked? Wait, I think Leto does have a pet, doesn't he? Because there's something polymorphed over there. Yes, he does have a pet. So I either swapped in for the pet as soon as he saw Atho, or he ran in with a pet immediately. I didn't see that for sure. Atho is going to be put on ice. Leto, I think, is trying to go for a camo. Does he get a camo off? He should be out of combat. Yeah, there it goes. So Atho does not catch him in a blizzard. Maybe he can Nova him. Does get a Nova onto him. Trying to get a big damage happen. Rapid fire, big time coming out for Leto. Atho is exchanging, or Atho is good, is exchanging the shatters of ice as long as the target is rooted. Let's try to maybe land a blizzard on the side. Actually decides against it. Does Leto still? Yeah, Leto's going to maintain a pet. It doesn't look like he's really getting the pet to attack Atho. I think he's kind of trying to use the pet in order to, it looks like he's trying to use the pet in order to get himself a big heals or big defensives. Huge damage onto Atho's good with a double tap rapid fire. That was mad damage just now. Atho is now aware that this could be really bad. The pet joins the fight. That's going to get Azeroth procs to work as well. So this could be really hard for Atho, or Seavark rather. He needs to find a way around this Hunter because next rapid fire could actually be the end. Might need to Iceblock as soon as he's getting hit by anything. There goes a scatter shot, trinkets it immediately. Leto does go for an aim shot. Probably should have went for a rapid fire. There's no way you can stop the rapid fire. Does take out the pet. That's going to be an interrupt onto the pet in resummon. Leto just sees a little bit of damage. Atho does have a bit of a shield. That's going to be a freezing trap onto Atho. And looks like Leto does want to go for that pet resummon. But he's denied. Blizzard coming around the corner. Does not get interrupted. Leto does get rooted for a second. Does go for an explosive shot onto Atho. Does quite a bit of damage. Ather's cute. He's actually under quite a lot of pressure. Binding shot arrow on that side. Trying to maybe see if he can get aggressive. The pet does root him. Trying to go for a revive pet. Declines it. And it looks like actually Leto is actually super low in health. Could be going down. So is Atho. Both of them are super low in health. Leto does get him some future acceleration. Atho get hit with a scatter shot. I think it might be over. Ice block might need to come out. Does not use ice block. He does not use ice block. Or maybe if he did use ice block, he was waiting for the cooldown to come back maybe. Or the debuff. Or the debuff from ice block. One or the other. I didn't even see if he used Ice Block. I see that he used Cold Snap, and I'm gonna guess he's used Ice Block at some point. But it's gonna be next up, Tasty, having to go against Leto. Could pick up the eyes if he wants to, but it looks like he wants to give him as honorable of a duel as he can. He still has quite a lot of people to get through. We got Leto, we got Ram, we got ASUS Kragar. We'll see how it goes. It was Hypo? Oh, Hypothermia. Okay, yeah, I wondered, because I saw the Cold Snap, but I wasn't watching the cooldowns closely. I guess I should be doing a better job of it, since I can finally see CDs a lot better. Yeah, I saw the Cold Snap, so it's like he must have. There's no way he didn't use Ice Block. Gonna be rapid fire into Tasty. Tasty is prepared. They got him Stormkeeper ready. It's gonna be Leto actually walking up to Tasty. Freeze the trap, trick inside of it. Lightning lasso, trick inside of it immediately. Tasty got himself lots of lightning bolts. It's gonna be at least one lightning that went through while trying to shut up his lump. Leto does have quite a lot of damage. It looks like Tasty is gonna take a lot of this pounding from Leto, but he got damage to boot on top of it. Leto barely any health available. Oh my god, he actually might have Tasty here. Oh, both of them go down at once, unless that was someone that just killed Tasty. I don't think it was Kragar, because Kragar was still mounted. I don't think it was the Unholy DK. But it looks like there was a bit of a cross kill between the Hunter and the Shaman just now. Leto got 3 kills, dude. Hunters, man. Marksman Hunters are looking kind of scary, aren't they? Yeah, I guess the Ancient Flame Dot. That is unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That wouldn't happen once we were max level Shadowlands, boys. That would not happen once we were max level Shadowlands. Damn. I like that one though. I don't think we've had a lot of opportunity to really show marksman hunters doing well in these 5v5 1v1 duels. So I guess that would be as close as it can get to one, right? I mean, I guess that would be as close as it can get to a duel where we get to see some marksman hunter action. But let's get another duel going, boys. Yeah. We got ourselves a Boar. We got to get his up and running immediately. I know Ptr XT ready, but we got to get us a Boar versus I guess Atho if he's ready. Unless you got somebody else. If you got another group, man, you're more than welcome to him. One new pleb. Let's go, dude. Let's go. We got Boar and we'll get Atho. We'll try and mix you guys a bit. Boar and Pink hasn't fought each other. Atho and Kragar hasn't fought each other yet. Where are the rogues? I'm pretty sure we'll see them at some point. And Atho, man. Invite spectator. Am I just getting the name wrong or something with Borzuxa? Because it's not working again. Boar, I have no idea, but for some reason it won't let me know MOVA X. Okay. Well, shit. I was thinking for a second, like maybe I can type out your name, but it won't let me. Yeah, if you guys want to join and want to make some groups for these 5v5 1v1 duels, Dalaran #1340. Let me try again. Yeah. Invite spectator match. And Boar ZUXA. Athaman. Yeah, for some reason, Boar, I relog. Okay, because for some reason it's not even queuing up at all. I remember when class mechanics mattered in duels and I just balanced the numbers. Like class abilities and like setups, you mean? Well, actually, extrapolate on that. What do you mean by class mechanics? Like rotation and stuff? I just added to friends. Sounds good, my dude. Yeah, if you guys have a group, you're more than welcome to join for the 5v5 1v1s, man. Master's Call, that's the one. So it wasn't Pet Call, it was Master's Call. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, we don't really... The problem with Master's Call, though, I feel like just hunters use that. Let me try again. Yeah, it's not... Okay, Boar, maybe you could get somebody else in your group to add me on Real ID. You make them lead, and I'll queue them. Maybe that would work. me see. Okay. Invite spectator match. Okay, so I didn't spell that. Athaman, that's fine. B-O-R-Z-U-X-A. B-O-R-Z-U-X-A. I mean, spelled right, unless like one of your, unless your H is a Russian, letter, what is it? It's basically a Russian letter H. Unless your X is a Russian letter H. Which X and H look like the same thing, but when you type them up, they are different. Can I just like left click? No, I can't left click. Yo, can you type in chat? Yo, Borzuksa, Mova, can you type in your character's name in your character's PTR name in the YouTube chat? I'll just copy that name and I'll type it in. Because now Mova, I don't have the Russian keyboard set up or nothing like that. Yeah, so if you can just type in, if someone can type in Russian letters, now Mova X, Russian X, Russian, like it's like letter H kind of. Yeah, then I might be able to just queue it like this, because it can work if I type in the BNet name, but it can also work if I type in character name. And Athaman didn't work. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what's going on then. Okay, invite spectator match. Let's do Atho again. It doesn't work for some reason. And I don't think you guys are part of the same team. Yeah, so you might have to get somebody else in your group to add me on Real ID. Maybe somebody who's a regular in these duels, right? So somebody in your group that's a regular in these duels, just to add me on Real ID, down on hashtag 1340. And then I can queue you, sorry, from a group. Okay, because I have no idea what's going on. It just won't even like show it up. Let's get Atho versus Kragar, I guess. Yeah, let's do that, because Kragar seemed to really get to pull and play. Kragar and Athaman. Just so we can get another duel running, boys, okay? Just so we can get the next one rolling. Yeah, but I have no idea why it's doing it. Hopefully we can figure out at some point. How are Demon Hunter Shadowlands? I don't think they're terrible, but I just have no interest in playing one. So I haven't really been like focusing on how they're doing, honestly. Switch. They seem kind of. I think that there are some issues with Demon Hunter, in terms of, like the play. Like there's certain talents that are just like I did not know until Shadowlands. Like wait, like there's basically Blade Dance. I did not know it is apparently such a bad ability unless you're running the talent for Blade Dance. It's so weird. But I mean, I guess I heard they're not bad, but I didn't hear that they're like OP or anything like that. So I guess a lot of people are happy with how they get a nerf them. We got ourselves Team 2, we got ourselves Silver Execute, which is Atho, man, we got Christina, we got NA Red in here, we got Saris as well as Irie versus Team 2 with Ladrian, we got ourselves Kragar. Wait, Ladrian the Pally, okay, it is a little bit off. We got ourselves Ram, we got ourselves Rascal and Gotchi's X. It looks like Kragar. This is gonna be first up versus Seavark Execute. Athaman versus Kragar, dude. It's gonna be Seavark or I'm just gonna call him Seavark Execute. I'm just calling him by his character's name. I feel like it's just easier in my head, but it's going to be a big damage onto Kragar. Execution is coming down. Kragar looking to maybe see if he can survive the execution. Is trying to go for line of sight of the Paladin. Huge damage, dropping him down to half his health. Going to be a stun coming out of Seavar Execute. Burning through it Nazatsuken very quickly. That's going to be Safeguard Chicken right afterwards with a bop to follow. Does the Paladin have enough damage? Looking to catch up to Kragar and maybe finish him off without letting him get a heal. Kragar's trying to go through every defense and trying to heal through it. Seavar Execute is backing up as the bop is about to fall off. Kragar does get himself a huge heal though. This is going to go for the big rampages as he gets an empowered version of Recklessness that actually makes your abilities do more damage. You got yourself a Raging Blow that gives you a small charge, and then you got yourself a Bloodthirst that does more damage and 1% more healing. So at least it's something. That's going to be a huge recovery of health by Kragar, but he did go through a lot of cooldowns. Seavar Execute though, looking to get himself maybe another skull on Kragar, the same style, maybe with a bubble this time. This is going to go for a Seraphim setup. Looks like he's setting up a little bit of damage. Maybe he has some mid-long wings available. Very, very soon. Execute setups with Final verdict onto Krager. Looking like it's going to be a lot of damage though. Taking quite a lot of damage from the warrior himself. Big execution sentence doesn't really have as big of a payoff. Now Zotsu gets to rotate right after as Krager does get hit with a stun and a slow. That's going to be super execute, trying to see if he can bail the hell out of there. Got himself quite a few heals before the dampening gets super high, so you should be able to stabilize. But Krager is just on top of him, just going to continue rampaging against the Paladin. That's going to be a Reflect burned a little bit early. Reflect does have a very short cooldown though, 25 seconds, so you should be using it often. If you can, the more abilities you can really reflect against the Paladin, the better. But it is on a very short cooldown, so if you can't even reflect damage, I think it might even be worth. I guess the Paladin, I think reflecting the Hodge is extra value, especially if you're not running Stormbolt, which I believe Krager is running Stormbolt. So having a longer stun and maybe being able to go for a Hodge into a Stormbolt might be a lot more value. See if I can try to set up some damage. There's going to be wings available. I think he's going to go for another Execute Sentence. Does he go with a bubble with this one? Krager does get hit with an Execute Sentence. Fear onto the Paladin. Trying to avoid as much damage from the Paladin before the Execute Sentence comes out. Going to get a charge back into the Paladin though with a Stormbolt. Trying to go for some damage of his own. It looks like Krager almost actually has just about every single offensive cooldown back. Pummel available. Trying to see if he can rampage against see if Execute does go for that final verdict. Didn't get to combine final verdict into that Execute Sentence. It looks like the Paladin is on a back foot playing it defensively. Krager rotating the Zotstrick. It does go for yet another charge against Seavark Execute. So he does have himself Stormbolt and charge. Okay, so he has to. So I think that's what he's doing. He's going for Recklessness to get himself those short charges with Rampage or Raging Blows. So every time he Raging Blows, he has like a short charge. So he can stay with Seavark as he's trying to kite him around even with slows. And then he's saving the charge for later, so he has even more mobility during bursts. And extra damage. I do wonder what kind of a setup Krager's running, because there's a couple different talents you can combine for Fear Warrior, but I'm really hoping there'll be a lot better damage-wise in the next expansion. Let's see if I can set himself with a bit of Seraphim. Not going to go for big damage afterwards, though, because Seraphim does not get chained into cooldown. It's going to be 40 seconds until wings are up, so it looks like Seavark might have to play this very, very defensively. If you can hold off until Bop or Bubble available for later, he might be in a good spot. There's going to be Shield Events available. There's going to be Krager with a Zotstrick. He does charge and see if I can skid around the corner. He does not. He's just probably going to wait out until Shield Events is off. That's going to allow Athaman a little bit of opportunity to catch up on a bit of heals. For anybody that's confused, Seavark Execute is Athaman. I'll end up swapping names back and forth. Going to be Krager going with a bit of Reflect. I don't really know what he can really reflect and what he did reflect from Seavark Execute. Blaze Storm to follow as he's trying to deny any kind of Hammer Justice. It's going to be Seavark actually popping off. The Dark Iron Ratio will not have a trinket available for the next few moments. A Stormbolt is going to be full unless Seavark wants to bubble it off. It's going to be Krager with quite a lot of damage. It's going to be a blind out of Seavark. It's going to get Executed Sentence of Krager with a final verdict. Does he go for maybe bubble to follow? Big damage to the Krager. Does he have enough? He does have in range. Oh! Oh my god, that Execution Sentence Krager thought he would be okay. Didn't pop in range regen or nothing and just came down like a hammer. Oh my god, that was incredible. Oh my goodness. Bubba coming out for Seavark Execute as he's getting assaulted by Ladrian. And someone in chat literally went, that Red does terrible play, as the Red literally executed Krager from space. Get out of here, dude. Come on. Literally he posted, oh, that Red is terrible. Yeah! There goes Krager splattering everywhere. Out of here, bro. Out of here, dude. What do you know? 5 minutes in as we hit on the dampening. Ladrian looking like he's going to get himself a little bit of cooldowns rolling, give himself a little bit of heals. Big Hodge into Seavark Execute does not have wings to follow though. Wings, it looked like he was going to go for middle on wings for a second. Largen down on wings though, doesn't have the Crusade. Going to be Executed Sentence, is going to bubble it, doesn't want to beat Krager 2.0 in this one. Oh goodness. Shield Event is available for Seavark Execute as Bubble is available for Largen. There's going to be a Hodge by Athaman as he's trying to get as much damage as possible into Ladrian. Shield of Vengeance is going to be available though. Does get to pop Seavark Execute Shield of Vengeance, but it looks like it's not going to pop Ladrian's though. So it looks like these two are trading cooldowns. Seavark Execute has Blessing of Protection, Ladrian has Blessing of Protection, and it looks like Seavark Execute is going to get his wings slightly earlier. Slightly earlier. So it's going to be really down to whoever gets the most damage and whoever establishes a Execution Sentence first. Because whoever gets a Hodge first gets a mad advantage. Whoever establishes Execution Sentence first is going to have it finish off first. So they better go now, because both of them have a Bob. They're not going to be able to stop each other's magic damage. Going to be blind by Silver Cascade. Predator's verdict. Huge damage. Does eat Execution Sentence above his head, but I don't think that's going to do anything. Silver Cascade just bypassed Execution Sentence altogether. Does it do anything? It does a little bit of damage. But it's going to be Gotchi's X getting hit with another execute sentence. Bob coming down for Silver Cascade. Does have Shattering Throw for the Bob. Big damage to Gotchi with a Hodge to follow. Does he go for a trinket? And Rage Regen does not want to be Cracker 2.0. Going to be slow by Silver Cascade, trying to get away from Gotchi with that Hand of Freedom. No healing available for Gotchi. So Silver Cascade is going to be in a good spot. Does have Shield Evaders come back very, very soon. That's going to be Reflect, and Silver Cascade is going to be in a good position for now. Gotchi, though, we'll see where he's going to be. The Paladin on the other team does quit by the looks of it. And Gotchi does not have a lot to recover with big damage available for the Warrior, though. Silver definitely should not, or Silver Cascade should not underestimate it, as Gotchi looking like he's actually catching up with quite a bit of health. Got himself a little bit of that defensiveness going on with Reflect, with Ignore Pain, but it looks like he's taking a bit of damage either way. Let's see if I can still hold on to Shield of Vengeance for now. Gotchi does have offensive cooldowns, but does he have preparation for the defensive nature of Silver Cascade? Seeing Silver do anything. He's going to hit him with a Fear. And Azatric available, trying to maybe recover a little bit of health while Azatric and giving him a bit of this health buffer. Stormbolt on Silver Cascade before he can get away. After the slows come out, does not get to really get a charge, heal, or anything. So it looks like the Warriors just trying to hold off for Ignore Pain, hoping Ignore Pain will be enough. Does have big Execution hitting him. Does he Reflect? I don't know if he can really Reflect Execution Sentence. I think it's going to be over for him. It might be done and done. Not enough, actually. It looks like Silver Cascade didn't commit enough damage into the shield. Gotchi does get a charge heal. Does have Enrage Regen, does not have Enrage Regen, but he does have Recklessness. Silver Cascade does go for a Hodge, but a very defensive Hodge, using his holy power mostly for self-heals, as we are hitting a 20% dampening. I think he's hoping maybe to outlast Gotchi in terms of the damage and the healing. Just gotta outlive him. Gotchi does get a charge in, does not get for the interrupt, still has pummel if needed. Silver Cascade does get bubble back up. You might want to use bubble as early as possible, because Gotchi does go in for damage. Will not be able to get any healing from Silver Cascade for a moment. But that's really about all he's having right now. Bubble available for Seawork is cute. Shield of Vengeance available as well. Wings available. So this could be everything. Gotchi does have Enrage Regeneration, so you could heal for a ton here. It's going to get that Ignore Pain up and running early, as it looks like Seawork is cute, trying to set up for some damage. Blind onto Gotchi. Execute Sentence is going to get Final Verdict. And he might be able to maybe get a Hodge into Gotchi? Nope. And Azatrika comes out. Does burn through Azatrika very quickly. And now the Execution Sentence claps up a Warrior. Oh my goodness. And that's going to be Rami God H. Ramix? Ram? I'll call you Ram. I think that'll work fine. But it's going to be Seawork is cute, still holding on by himself out here, as Ram trying to get the full Army of the Dead rolling. Stun onto Ram. Does he go for a trinket? It looked like he might have. I have to swap the wrong person. I'm sorry about that. Stun onto Seawork is cute. Does have Shield of Vengeance if necessary. Might want to use it as early as possible, as Necrotics are starting to hit him. Shield of Vengeance is up. That it's going to be split amongst all the undead pets. And Ath is still under a lot of pressure. 30% dampening here. Not a lot of ways for him to heal. Bubble of Bop not coming back in any moment now. He might need to find a moment to get himself a heal or two from time to time. Necrotic down pretty hard. Not a lot of health really available. I think he might be done and done. Any heals he does, oh, it's just not going to work. The Necrotics are just too much. The dampening is way too high. As Christina pops in next. IBF finally coming out of Ram God X. Did not have to use that against Atherman at all. As Christina is going to be up next, trying to bleed the Death Knight dry. Thorns are up and running, so Ram is trying to avoid hitting him. MS is available. It's going to give him a little bit of runic power. Can go self-healing off of it. And Ram trying to get himself maybe a little bit more damage into Christina. Bashed by Christina. Got the bleeds up and running. I think it was addressed by Christina too. And Ram has quite a bit of bleeds rolling. It's going to be Lichborn, so he can't heal himself through death goals, but he does necrotic his own health with a death pack, so you're not going to be able to do that. We'll have to use death goals offensively against Christina. Just kind of waiting until the necrotics fade. Maybe then he can heal. But the bleeds are still set in. The bleeds are doing work. That's going to be early AMS for Ram, though. Probably should have waited for Thorns. Big bye by Christina, and just lets the jaws of death close on the man's neck. That's going to be it, man. Christina leaping into the his side of the arena to maybe catch a restealth as the rogue is up and running as Assassination. We'll see if Assassination can do well against the Pharaoh. Last man on team 2. Standing next to Christina, literally on top of each other. Popping a bear for him. Does get a thrash, a swipe? against Rascal? It looked like he should have. That's gonna be considered to get opened up by the rogue. We're expecting the kidney shot any moment now. Rascal is just starting to build compo. He's trying not to go in ham until it's a feral druid in feral form outside of bear. It's gonna be a badge by Christina, trinket by the rogue, kidney shot, and all this burst with the vendetta onto the feral. Christina still does have a lot of defenses. Wall is still available. Could overlap that together with Barkskin with the 1-2. And that's going to be quite a lot of damage back to Rascal. He got the bleeds on him. The evasion is up. He got the thorns. Does have the cloak for the thorns for a bit. Crusader just needs to survive a little bit longer. Thorns is still on. Rascal still has so much dots on him. Does go for advantage, but the dots are still hitting him. And they're going to get him out in the stealth in the open. Christina doesn't get to find him. Sap onto the feral. Looks like he's going to be able to get a full sap. Rascal might be able to go for another kidney shot onto Christina. Do they have enough damage though? Goes for a shadow step into a resap. I don't understand. Another resap. I don't know the shadow step. What's the point of that? Kidney shot with the corrode onto Christina. Lots of damage with the reaping close to fall. Let's say have a bike or anything. Christina does hit Rascal with a dress by the looks of it. Both of them are super low. Leaps on top of the rogue. Is that going to be enough? That the rogue does go down to the procs. Oh my goodness. All Christina trinketed just now and hit him with the reaping flames. But Sivrik is cute, just clapping the warrior cheeks, boys. Taking the warriors out, dude. The big hammer dropping down, banning these boys out of here. I like that, man. I like that, dude. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another group up and running, dude. That was quite a lot of damage out of Atha, though. Atha being Sivrik is cute. Lots of damage out of the executed sentence. So if anything, I think Paladin with that damage. 19k execution on Gotcha. Jesus, why you have to do him like that? I almost have 19k, dude. Come on, why are you doing like that? Alright, let's see if we can get a group up and running. If you guys have a group for 5v5 1v1s, you can always find a group to join in LFG. Go to Player vs. Player Premium Group, Custom PvP, find a group, type 5, enter. To see if you have a group on 5v5 1v1 Duels, looking for people. And if not, if you don't see one, you can always start one by going to start a group. Call your group something like 5v5 1v1 Duels, Dalaran, and list a group. Get 4 people to join you to make a 5-man group. Add me on Real ID, Dalaran, hashtag 1340. I add you as the lead of your group. And we're good to go, boys. And we're good to go. Dal sent you a request. Did you really? Oh, there we go. Catchican, did I not have you added already? What is going on? What is going on? But yeah, if you guys have a group, man, more than welcome to. There's a more than welcome to. Catchican got a group? You people in here? Yo, I'll try to get you versus Borzuksa. How does that sound? Borzuksa. Because you've been waiting for a bit, man. Borzuksa, it did not work again. I think you might have to give someone else lead. Я думаю, тебе нужно кому-то в группе дать lead и сказать им, как его, add me on Real ID. I don't know how to say it in Russian. Добавь меня на Real ID. I guess it would be the best word to use, right? I'll give lead. Okay, and tell him to add me on Real ID. Yeah, to the other dude. Yeah, just have him add me, and I'll wait. I'm in Bor's team. Okay, that'll work out. Avidan. Wait, shit. Your name is in Russian. Fuck, can someone type on Avidan in chat so I can copy and paste it? Because my Russian keep... Because I'm going to do me solid real quick. Avidan. A-V-I-D-A-N. Oh, here we go. Thank you. That'll work out. Okay, Avidan and Katrakan. If this does not work... Worked. Bor, I have no idea why it doesn't work with you. For some reason with Avi don't work. I have no idea. Maybe, do you have like an account that's connected with another account maybe? Are you like on PTR and maybe someone else playing like Classic on the same account or something? Like is that, because if you have accounts connected, it might be doing that. It might be because of that. That's Mage's name, dude. Oh my god, dude. Alrighty, boys. Switch. Alright, team 1 we have... Not you. We have a mage in here. With a nice mustache. I'm really gay. Well, what spec are you playing, Mr. Gay? We got ourselves here Mary, we got ourselves... Who is that? We got Mova on a Gesture Warlock. I want to say Shaken on Shadow Priest. And we got us as medics. We are going to have to give you another name, man. We're going to just go, really. You know what I mean? With Katchika first up, maybe no. It doesn't look like Cat is first up, but he's ready though. Looks like Hellforce is going to be first up. We got ourselves Pricey in the back we got Frost Love, Dark or Ellie, and we got Hellforce. By the way, quick rules real quick. Priest buff, Mage buff, Warrior buff, you can share that. Warlock Stones, you guys can share those. Hellforce just trinketed. That's very unfortunate. I don't think he meant to trinket. If you want to go last or if you want to go second, Hellforce and want to push someone else in front of you, ooh, that's rough for Rogue to trinket like that, man. Oh, that's rough. But we got Rogues be out of Stealth, or Stealthy's be out of Stealth unless you're dueling. Druids be out of Cat form unless you're dueling. Shadow Priest can do the Void Shift if you want. Actually, we probably should take it with that as a rule, because Shadow Priest is looking a lot better in this expansion. Get a shot coming out for Hellforce against Shakon. So it's going to take me a second to figure out like who's who in the order. So it looks like Hellforce is 5. Shaken is 3. Okay, Wave T coming out as Hellforce got quite a lot of damage on Shaken. Actually, lots of pressure onto the Shadow Priest, burning down like paper. Shaken does go for a little bit of Void Eruption onto Hellforce, but the Rogue is relentless, cloaking as the damage is up. Shaken is waiting to use Disperse until later. The Rogue might actually be able to have a lot. That's going to be Shaken trying to drop a DP onto Hellforce, and Garrod coming out with the Vanish, going offensively with the killer shot onto Shaken. Looks like Shaken though quest quite a bit of healing. Hellforce on the other hand, not a lot of healing available, and down he goes. Oh no, had a lot of pressure against Shaken, but the Shadow Priest now just popping one Absorb as well as a Safeguard Trinket does give you quite a lot of survivability. Shaken did use Shadow Fiend as well as, it looks like he did use Vampiric Embrace as well for this one though. Next up is going to be our man Catcher Ken. Can he do it? Yes he can. Are we playing Arms or are we playing Fury though? Which one are we playing, Cat? But it looks like he wants to give Shaken a bit of an honor duel. It is going to be a Fury Warrior Catchican in all his glory. Try to go for a bit of a charge against Shaken. Reflect available immediately. Shaken does get a stun on himself. The Reflect was not expected by Catchican, as Catchican starting to get some damage in. Shaken getting the DPs up and running onto Cat. Cat could go for an interrupt. Does he still have it? He does have an interrupt. Does get interrupt onto the VT. Shaken trying to get himself as much healing increase as possible. War Stun before the dots are available. Trying to get the VTs. It's going to be another Fury by Cat. Looks like Cat is really desperately trying to stop VTs from hitting him in the first place. That is going to open up for Shaken a lot of opportunity for some more synergy with his abilities, like Apparitions, for example. And VT is quite a good portion of your damage when it comes to PvP. Does go for Void Eruption. Should be getting the full benefits of Master. Big DPs dropping down to Cat. Cat might need to look out for his own health. Might need to look out for maybe catch some heals. Maybe a charge heal to follow. He's trying to see if he can just brute force through the Shaken damage. Is going to go for Reflect. With a stun, get reflected back to Shaken second time. He was able to do it. The Cat recovered quite a lot of health. Did have to burn in Rage Regeneration for it. There was also Commanding Shout. And it looks like Catchican will not have an offensive cooldown for a bit. Shaken tried to get a VT up and running. The Cat does land it either way. His Cat was trying to avoid it as best as humanly possible. Big shot of Mints coming up for Shaken. Does let him go through because no interrupt available for Cat. Man, Shadow Priest, dude. They are rough, dude. They're rough and they're tough now. Blade Storm available for Cat. Shaken does take a little bit of damage, though. Looks like the Shadow Priest is finally taking a bit of hits. Does go for Vampiric Embrace. So all this DP and all this dots and all this damage is actually going to give him so much recovery. It looks like it's like in a Rage Regeneration. But for Shadow Priest now, just trying to maintain Instacast and Catchican as much as possible. Does hit him with a stun. Interrupt coming out onto the Mind Blast. Catchican got himself the Recklessness available. Does he go for the bursty version of Recklessness? Or does he go for more sustained version of like Recklessness just to give him lots of fury and lots of crit? He might be going for the crit version. Trying to get some damage on the Shaken VT. Does he try to avoid the VT? Shaken needs to be in a good spot where he can land the VT onto Cat and let it go through. Shadow Mints are coming out. Does Cat go for an interrupt? Trying to get Juke out. This is going to be an interrupt by Catchican onto Shaken. He's going to be able to get those Shadow Mints out by himself. No problem. Unless Catchican has a stun. It doesn't look like he has it, but it looks like Catchican might actually be able to get good procs into Shaken. Looks like he actually has him low. Shaken does go for Vampiric Eruption. No available. Disperse has to come out. Has a short stun coming down for Catchican. Trying to see if he can catch up to Shaken through a Blade Storm. And Catchican himself actually is taking quite a lot of damage as well. Having to go Warlock Hellstone from Wait, Catchican? No, from Pricey. That's what it would be. Stunned by Shaken as he gets the dots up and running. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of a back and forth between Shaken and Catchican, mostly in terms of who's got the most amount of healing here? Who's got the most sustain? And Shaken's continuing to run circles around the box does allow Kachika to charge it to around the corner. The DPs are going to be doing quite a lot of damage. And one thing I noticed with Cat, he's not going for as many ignore pains. I'm actually surprised. I was thinking the Kachika, I think there was an ignore pain right here. But I think normally we'd say Kachika is going for, or warriors in general, going for a lot of ignore pains. Get them out as early as possible. Maintain an ignore pain basically throughout the whole fight. Because 50% of the damage you take is going to go into this ignore pain absorb. 50%. So it's actually quite a lot of damage. Maybe it's less for Arms and Fury Warrior. I need to check it again. But a good portion of the damage you do is going to go into this absorb that the enemy can't really do anything about. Because the Warrior did spend the rage in order to have that shield. To have the protection. There goes the shield. There goes the ignore pain. And that might just be one of those things Kachika will need to do. It does mean that's a moment where Kachika cannot use Recklesses though. I think this is why for Arms Warrior, Ignore Pain is not nearly as punishing, because, I mean, it's basically a choice of Mortal Strike or Ignore Pain. And you can get a Mortal Strike pretty quickly. You don't end up getting a lot of rage like a Fury Warrior, like, consistently, but you get it from time to time. I don't know, for Arms it did not feel nearly as bad to use Ignore Pain. Effective level for Cad, Shaken does not want to get himself dotted up, does go for Void Eruption. That is going to be his own Vampiric Embrace too, so that is a big cooldown. Kachika still holding on to Enrage Regen if he needs to. That's going to be a stun. Trinkets out of it, does he go for an interrupt to Shaken? He does not have it. Charge on Shaken around the corner, and Kachika should be able to recover a lot of health if necessary. And I feel like the amount of times I spin left with my mouse as I'm trying to follow these guys around the box has been incredible. I'm just spinning left. Let's take another left turn, dude. This is NASCAR right here. Dual style around the box, the NASCAR style. Kachika does try to go for a reflect. I wonder if he got a VT or maybe DP reflected at Shaken. Does go for a war stop for a second. He needs himself an interrupt as soon as possible. Shaken does recover quite a lot of health on that one though. As soon as there's no interrupt available. We are 11% dampening. So eventually one of these two juggernauts is going to be going down. Either Shaken or Kachika. Take your bets who is going to be first. Wait, you could make three of these? I didn't know you could make 3. That seems like a lot. How many can you make? Can you just make a circle of these? Yeah, if you can. Stun reflected back to Shaken as Kachika had that spell reflect ready. Has himself the recklessness. But hopefully he doesn't play too reckless against it. Shaken does drop a bunch of DPs, but Shaken only has his burst at his hand right now. Does go for Void Eruption. That's going to be quite a lot of extra insanity generation for him, but he's actually under a lot of stress with a Void Elf Racial available. Does he get interrupted? Kachika does not go for that interrupt. I think he tried to, but missed. Enrage Regen available for Kachika to catch up on all that health. Shaken is waiting until for that Vampiric Embrace, I think. Mind Control coming out. Kachika does reflect at the last second. That's going to be fear, so the VTs don't attack. And Shaken might be able to get himself more. Oh, looks like they're turning around. They're going to be running to the right with that on the box instead of left. Kachika can get hit with a stun. Microsoft coming out for Shaken. But it looks like it's not going to happen. I don't really know if he just stopped it or prevented it or what. Because Kachika did not go to an interrupt. Shaken does have defenses back up. He has Psyfiend. Oh, Shadow Fiend. He has Void Eruption. He has Vampiric Embrace. So he might actually be in a good spot. Getting interrupted on Shadow for a second. Does Kachika have any damage to fall after that interrupt? He doesn't really have a lot of burst. He has just... Sorry for the cough. He has this constant sustain. Oh man, at this point I feel like I need a drink of water because this duel ain't going anywhere. Yeah, there we go, dude. With the whistle. Rhoda, dude, 100%. Shaken getting hit with an interrupt by Kachika and VT to follow. And a DP right after. If only Cat could reflect a bunch of those DPs at Shaken, I think this duel would end so much earlier. Kachika super low. Actually could be closer. Execute needs himself as much healing as possible. Charge, heal off of Shaken, trying to stay alive as best as possible. Shaken also down in quite a lot of defenses. Has Void Eruption, does have Disperse if necessary. Kachika super low and does go down with a Siphon biting at his ankles. And that's going to be a 9 minutes worth of a duel between a Shadow Priest and a Warrior. And which one of them won? Ended up being the Shadow Priest. Telling you boys, I think I might actually need to make it a rule that where Shadow Priest cannot, I repeat, cannot use, where's Pricey? There's Pricey. Honestly, we might need to make a rule. UAs? Oh, Pricey playing that Affliction Warlock versus Shaken. Did he get the dots? I don't think he even got a UA in him. But it is going to be a Dark Glare pet available. Silence under Pricey could be going down here very, very soon. Nah, I think he's gonna be okay for a second. He is kind of lowish though. Shaken does have some strong dots on him. Trying to go for a reset on the dots that Pricey put up on him. Drain life coming out. Is that a big drain? Does let him recover a little bit of health. Trying to get dots back up onto Shaken. Does go for a fear. It's going to be an interrupt by Pricey onto Shaken on the shadow dots where Pricey is still under quite a lot of pressure. It's really going to come down to the dot playstyle for both of these two. Shaken does get himself a bit of a heal. It's going to be Mortal Call onto Shaken. Pricey going in for a little bit of drain light, trying to maintain those dots on the Shaken. Should probably maintain a UA at all times. I don't really know if he was able to set up a UA or not. Looks like Pricey is melting little by little. Like these dots, Shadow Pain, and the procs from Azeroth are just not doing any favors. One more execute by Shaken. I think Pricey is actually done. Yeah, wow, the dots just did it. Shaken is actually just eliminating. He eliminated the rogue. He eliminated the warrior. Now he eliminated the warlock, which I was surprised actually. That happened very quickly. Frost Love as a two-hand Frost DK is going to be out here though. Trying to get the damage on the Shaken, but he bails out of it immediately. Got the great fade as soon as he got yoinked in with a grip. Stun onto Frost Love, trying to get the dots up and running. Frost Love got himself a lot of damage available though. But does he get those big obliterates into Shaken, however? I don't know if he's going to be able to. Does he? He's trying to go for one. Trying to go for two. Silence on a Frost Love. Does he get any healing though? Silence. I don't know what I don't even know what really stops him with that silence, but something does. It definitely stops from being able to do something. I think he can interrupt. And I think he can death coil. Although Frosty, maybe he might not be able to use the dot. Actually, I don't really know what stops him. And what? Darko, really? You just got, like, Shaken looked at you for a second and your health is at half. Oh my god, this man's trying to do a healing surge, but the dots are just rotting him. Oh my god. Dark, trying to get himself some damage. Trinkets out of the stun. Trying to get himself some zaps rolling for Shaken. But looks like Shaken's health is actually literally at full, even though after you get lightning bolted just now. Lightning allows it to follow, getting beat up by the elemental. But this man looks like he's actually unbeatable. Barely taking damage. Dark doesn't really have a lot. That's going to be DP on top of that. Oh no, dude. The dots are just melting this guy. He actually can't stop to heal. One more execute, that's it. Shaken actually just melted everybody. Wow. Shaken with a 5-0. Look at the healing. Is it just DP as well as cyclic cooldowns? I actually want to see what he played. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Well, there it is, boys. I didn't realize Shaken would come out as a 1v5 on top of these duels, dude. Crazy. No change of ice? I guess, yeah, he can use change of ice too. But I think that Death can still use like most of his abilities. I think it's Unholy that actually had some spells, because you have some abilities that are ranged that are technically spells that you could use. Man, that's rough. Alright, let's get another one going then, yeah? Wow. Wait, okay, I want to see what... I think we gotta get Mova's team back in, because only one guy got to play. I feel like Team Mova needs to play again, dude. Team Mova needs to get to play. Okay, Pink Sharks is ready. We got Sav in here. Can we get Avidon versus Sav? Yo, can someone post Avidon's name? Avidon's name in chat again, just so I can copy it. Actually, no, I can do it like this. Okay, no, we're good, we're good. We got Sav in here next. Okay, we gotta get Atho, Kragar, Pink T-Rex. Pink and Kragar never played. Athaman used to play against somebody. Maybe Athaman and Kachikin could play together. Right, maybe we could put them like this. Because Pink T-Rex and Kragar will never need to play each other, because they never played each other. Boar is, look him up here, because that is MOBA. Alrighty. Yeah, we gotta give him a second go, man. Most of them did get to play, so we're gonna get Sav versus them. To make Rangers go last or second to last. To make Ringers, what do you mean? What's up, Golden? How you, my man? Literally run, the enemy dies spamming heals. What? Is that what Shadow Priest are all about? Is run? Duck goose? Alright, we gotta give him another chance, man. We gotta get him another go, you know what I mean? We gotta give him another go, dude. Alrighty. Let me take a sip of water before we start this, dude. What, you only fought 4 on the other team? Oh, the Demon Hunter is down, isn't he? Somehow we got it to be a 4 versus 4. Hopefully your 5th is going to be able to get in at some point to Twitch. We got ourselves Team 1 and Team 2 that are actually missing quite a lot of people. But we got ourselves Mary, we got ourselves we got ourselves Mova and Shaken versus Team 2. We got ourselves Zapira as a red paladin, Decapitator as an arms warrior. We got Irax coming in as, I want to say sub-rogue, but that could be anyone's weapon, really. And we got ourselves Ladrian first up and running. And it looks like each team is missing a 5th. We're kind of hoping that they get a 5th at some point. We just let them play out. But it turned out that Team 1 and Team 2 both are missing a person. So it might end up being a 4v4. But we'll let them play out, see how it goes. Because maybe the 5th is still loading in. You never really know. It looks like it's going to be a Mova first up. As a human? That looks so weird. I'm so used to you being a Void Elf. That looks so weird. Because I used to Mova either being a female orc or being a Void Elf now. Watch next time it's be a Mova the Mechanome or something, dude. Or a Volpera. Now that'll be something. But it looks like Ledger is kind of waiting and buying his time. I guess Mova. He kind of, I think, he's just maybe waiting for Mova to the weird position where Legion doesn't need. Because right now, if Legion comes at Mova, he's just out in the open. He's gonna get CC'd. He's gonna get rooted first of all. Succubus is out there somewhere. So he's just basically trying not to come out and just get blasted. Sure, boys. It looks like Mova's just gonna send the Succubus in there, maybe? Legion at some point he's gonna have to go. I mean, either Mova comes to him or Legion is gonna have to come to Mova. At some point, someone's gotta give. How you doing, chat? Hope y'all having a good one. We gotta wait anyway. Oh, hey, boy. Oh, boy. I'm always a little sleeping, dude. Looks so peaceful. I can't really disconnect the camera anymore like I used to be able to. I can't really disconnect the camera like I used to be able to. How do you do that again? I like you get it to snap to people. I used to be able to fly around. I can still do that if someone dies. Wait, is this guy actually going to wait until dampening or something? Ladrian? Timidity rule? But how would we be able to enforce it? Timidity rule. Looks like Ladrian grew some balls and is going to try to give it a shot. Succubus cuts him off and it's going to be cannonball to the face. He expected this. He knew what was going to happen. Stunned with a bubble immediately. He actually has 0 patience from Mova. Stunned him immediately with a port available from Mova. Ladrian is out in the open. Wings everything available. It's going to be that nice little crown from Seraphim. Drop it down Consecration. I don't really know why, but he does do it. It is now going to be surrounded with all the pets. Mova actually summoning even more Infernals to beat up Ladrian. I don't know if he's playing the playstyle where he can summon more. That's actually going to be Ladrian taking down the Succubus. That's going to Mova being able to resummon a new one. Ladrian, I guess, decided, you know what? I'm going to fight the Tyrants. I'm just going to, not the Tyrants. I'm going to fight the Infernals. I'm going to fight the Burning Legion right where I stand. And Mova basically just had to let Ladrian come at him, burn a bubble, bop, and maybe even a trinket. It's hard to track trinkets currently, but he might have not had a trinket. It looks like Mova is just going to rush at him with a stun by the Paladin into a Succubus CC. Does he have a trinket for it? It looks like his mind has been consumed. Mova getting a free Chaos Bolt up and running. The Mortal Coil to follow is going to be able to get an Immolate Shadow Fear around the corner before Legion zips with a Cataclysm. Lots of damage. Legion, oh, surviving by a little bit, by barely. I mean, the Word of Glory was enough, but looks like the dots are just going to be a little bit more brutal than before. Decapitator is going to be up next. Well, that probably went down pretty quickly. It's going to be Decapitator trying... Did he go for a Cluster Smash immediately? Trying to go for a leap with the Succubus. He does have Zerka Rage out of it. He does have Zerka's Rage. Doesn't use it. The Fear is coming up next. Did you use Zerka's Rage? Here goes Zerka's Rage. Mova tried to see if he can stop him. Going to be a port as the captain is just basically unstoppable. No fear is going to hold him down. It's going to be a succubus attack, and they can build quite a lot of rage from it though. And it might as well. Get a couple overpowers, save up for a big mortal strike, go in with a charge, call a smash to the Mova. He might be able to do this. I do wonder if he's going to go for a stun playstyle with a Stormbolt, or if Decapitator is going to go for maybe a heal playstyle with the Victory Rush. Or Impending Victory, I guess, would be the one. There's going to be a slower duel as we are nearing the 5-minute mark, boys. The dampening is going to begin now. At 1%. Decapitator get hit with a second SAC. Does he just wait for Zerka's Rage the last second? Okay, not actually remove Zerka's Rage with a succubus CC with Zerka's Rage, boys. How does that work? Reflective Build for Decap. Moa, I think, is going to get himself rooted for a second. Actually lagging a little bit even. Blaze Storm coming out by Decap, and Mova is going to dip out of there immediately. Looks like Decap is going to be cut out in the open. Took a buttload of damage. Took the brunt of it all. Not really looking all that healthy. Needs himself a bit of health recovery. Might even have to go for a succubus itself. Like, eliminate the succubus, get a Victory Rush, and be able to maybe survive. As the dampening is only going to get less and less and less friendly to him. Alright, Decap. How we doing, man? How we doing over here? Is he just gonna just chill and recover? Chat, confirm for me or not. Can you, Katchikan, I need help. Can you Zerka's Rage out of Succubus CC? Yes or no? Like Succubus CC right here? Can you Zerka's Rage out of it? Because so far Decap has not Zerka's Rage out of it. I'm gonna guess you can't. Maybe there's something about the seduction. This, CC, that's kind of CC. Because I thought it'd be equivalent to a fear, because the same DR is a fear. It's a charm effect, it's not incapacitate. Oh, okay, so it's a charm. Okay, for some reason I thought you could. That actually gives Mova a massive, massive advantage. For some reason I thought Warriors could break out of it. That's a little rough. It looks like Decap is going to take it really, really slowly. With a charge onto Mova, trying to go for a War Breaker with Sharpened Blades. That's going to be capable for free. Fear next is going to be able to Zerka Rage out of that one. Does go for Reflect. It does not get to Reflect the Kesbel back in Mova. The Fear doesn't last long. Mova does have a teleport out of there if needed. It does get a Mortal Coil onto Decap with the Kesbel to follow right after with Infernal. Dropping in to say hello. Going to be an immolation onto Decap. Does get himself a dab of the sword, but it's going to be him surrounded by the demons. With an Infernal just immolating on top of him the whole time. Rain of Fire dropping in, and Mova might be able to even get maybe more Infernals from that Rain of Fire. Decap self-healing is just not really existent at all. Second Infernal joining the fight. Mova's cooldowns are going to be down for the count for now. But Decap is just not doing all that good. Does have himself a little bit of Ignore Pain whenever possible. But itself is just not really moving that much. As we hit on a 70% dampening. Man, these guys. This is going to be a real long duel, huh? I mean, I guess as a warrior, what can you really do in this situation? I feel like getting more aggressive is the only go-to. Like, you actually have to, like, chase. And maybe, like, healing off of those demons. Maybe, like, going to kill the demons off. I think getting a proper Reflect on, like, a Mortal Coil or a Fear might be the play, too. And looks like Decap is using Reflect maybe a little early. Does go for an interrupt on the Chaos Bolt. Might actually be able to maybe give him an opening. Does get a War Breaker up and running. Fear coming up next. Should be able to Zerka Rage out of it. Does not have Zerka Rage in a Chaos Bolt to the face. Blaze Storm, but maybe too late. As Incinerate should be enough. Decap does get himself a bit of a heal. Tries to go for a Dress, but looks like he misses Mova. Like I said, it's going to be down for the count. I don't really know, dude. I don't really know. I don't really know. Alright, Zapira, let's see if the Paladin can have himself an easier time with no Mova. Because the Destro Warlock, man. The Destro Warlock is looking to demoralize everybody here. Let's see if Zap can do it, though. Is this worthless? Is this worthless? Let's go for a stun onto Mova. Is that going to be Executor Salmon? That's going to be Executor Salmon towards the end of it, though. Succubus CC just joined the fight. Does go for a Trinket. Mova tried to wait out until the Executor Salmon comes down. Not the most amount of damage. Landing a kill into the Zap with a stun to fall and a Cataclysm or after. Trying to see if he can horse you over there, but it's going to be a Mortal Coil run him in the other direction. Not going to be able to get much value out of the mobility as the Chaos Bolt is crashed, and behind him though, still just burning down to the damage. Refresh from Nimblade from Mova. It looks like Zap is lagging a little bit. Might want to look into some re-heals while he's behind the pillar. Health funnel coming out for Mova. Might be the only time Mova is even taking any health damage when he needs to transfer to the pet. Zap is out in the open. Might need to bubble this. Does go for a bubble. Mova does have a gateway to back the hell out of there. It is going to be able to separate from the Paladin. We are at pretty high dampening, so the Pally is going to see a lot less healing at this point of the game as we hit a 30% dampener. This is a very good opportunity for me to catch up on some water, boys. Do what I do, boys. Have a sip. Stay hydrated. Much better, dude. Wet your whistle, boys. Wet your whistle. You ain't gonna miss this riveting action. It's okay. It was a 4v4 anyway. There's 4 people in one team, 4 people in the other. Let's see though, maybe Zap might be able to do something. Maybe they'll have to wait until like a really super high dampening and fight Mova. Because so far this CC from Modesta Warlock is kind of nuts. But I'm always kind of just waiting for these guys to come to him and then get the CC chains rolling. I don't think anybody really been able to set up like a proper burst though. Zap had, I think, Execution Sentence. And like I think he's supposed to... I think the order with Execution Sentence at Fire the Verdict might have been flipped there, because that wasn't a big Execution Sentence really. But we'll see how it goes. I might fall asleep here. Oh my god. Gonna be Zap getting slammed with a Chaos Bolt. Cataclysm around the corner with a Mortal Coil. Just trying to keep the Paladin out in the open for a second to get the damage in. Fear to fall. I think Zap is even trying to run away. It's gonna be a Chaos Bolt dropping down, burning right through the Shield of Vengeance. Mova just got himself a bit of a setup around the corner. And we didn't really have Zap. I don't know if he trinketed at all or not. The Mova is gonna go for a port back, and Arax is gonna be the last one left. Rogue versus Warlock. It is going to be a sub-rogue, actually. I guess I could have looked at the cooldowns. I was going to say to myself, like, man, there's no way it's subtle to rogue because of the weapons. Because, like, it's probably assassination using the sub-rogue weapon transmog. But, no, it's actually a sub-rogue. It actually is a sub-rogue. Going to be Mo porting away. Arax could maybe go for resell. Does not go for it. It's going to be Shadow Blade still available for him. Trying to blast the damage into Mova with some backstabs. Going to be Fear. Cloak Shadows coming out for Arax. This is going to be kind of low on health with an evasion to follow. I guess trying to evade the Succubus damage. Still, wall available from Mova right now. Does get a Fear onto Arax as well. And he must have used the Trinket or used the Racial at some point or another with a Fear already. It's going to be Shadow Fury. Does get interrupted. Cataclysms are going to be there for free though. Arax trying to do some damage. Vanish coming out as the Immolate is on him though. Is that going to be enough? Almost enough. Wait, I think he's still dead. Got himself a Sipic up. Looks like he might be alive for 47% dampening. And I say the mage over there dropping down a Meteor. I think he was trying to kill the rogue in the end. Why is this duel lasting so long, dude? Why is this duel lasting as long as it is? Arax trying to get a sap at the Mova. To maybe go for a big setup, kidney shot. Succubus CC to follow. Arax does not plan for Succubus. No Shadow Step interrupt, no nothing. Chaos Bolt to follow with a Mortal. Dude, how did this duel last 13 minutes, man? GG Mova. But how did this duel last as long as it did? It's only 4 people in each team, man. Oi, alrighty. We're gonna have to get Mova in on one other one, I think. I think we gotta get him against like Kraga or something. You know what I mean? Because the mage on your team didn't even get to play Mova. Also, whoever's the lead for Mova's team, you guys need a 5th. So look for a 5th. Open up LFG, man. Alright, let's get someone else dueling in the next one. Boyos. I said it was going to be, I think it was Sav, and then we downplayed Atho and Cat. We got to get them going, man. We got to get them going. Ready going last? Okay, dude. Yo, Cat, Atho, invite, spect. If you want to go, like, just roll, I think you're fine, man. Y'all don't have to, like, give up. You're Krager and Ptr right after, boys. How does that sound? We'll try to figure out if we can get Team Avidon in there, dude. You guys definitely should get yourself a 5th, though. We get you versus Athaman or something at some point. Alrighty, boys, let's get another duel up and running. By the way, if you guys want to join any of the groups after a duel is over, best time to start looking for LFG in the custom PvP for 5v5 1v1. Rogue is really, the Rogue really was outplayed. Simon Cediz was, come on, dude. You wouldn't see me lose some, man, that's all. Switch. Who do we got? We got ourselves Team Saras with, we got Seawork Skewed, which is Athel, man. We got NA Red, which is Valrup, hanging out. Alright, we got ourselves Christina versus Team Catcher Can playing more of that Fury Warrior. I do love the red bright cloak back there. Pricey. I think he's still gonna try more Affliction this time. We got ourselves Dark Ore Ellie as Elemental. We got Stone Sour as an Arcane Mage, by the looks of it, and we got ourselves Hell Force and as more of that assassination action. This is gonna be first up. He's going to be last. Enjoy and have fun. Warlock also can be shared. Mage buff can be shared. If you're a stealthy, be out of stealth unless you're dueling. If you're Druid, be out of form unless you're dueling. Pallies, I guess Pallies don't have a buff anymore. Well, actually, no, they do have Devotion Aura, right? I don't really know how to what kind of rules we should make with Devotion Aura. Is that strong buff? 3% damage reduction. Is that Giga strong? Or is that something that's shareable? I feel like that's something that should be shareable at this point. It's like 3%. I mean, I guess in some cases 3% could be huge. Gatchikan is actually going to be swapping between two-hand and shield against Christina. Christina does get the big bash with some damage, Reaping Flames and a dress. Trick. Oh my god! Huh. I am not sure what killed him. I thought he was at half health. Was it Thorns? Did he just hit like Rampage and all those Rampages hit Thorns? Oh my goodness. Well, that one looked fair. That was totally fair. I don't know what happened, but it looks like Hell Force is going to be up next. Which one is he? Is Hell Force in 5? It looks like he's going to be 5. Versus Casino is also 5. Sap with the kidney shot. Hell Force is going to see if he can avenge. Catchkin going to be tricking for Christina with a Barks to follow. Hell Force is going to hit with a bash. And Christina trying to get some big damage out with a big old bite and a dress onto Hell Force. It does have Thorns available. Cloak of Shadows available for Hell Force, and he's maintained the dodge onto Christina. It looks like he is not going to be taken in by the Vortex, though. Trying to see if he can avoid Smoke Bomb coming out. Trying to see if he can catch himself. Restyle does catch Restyle for a second. Garrote, get a shot onto Christina. Does he have enough? Hit some of the Reaping Flames. Is the poison damage for Assassin going to be enough? One more Venom cheap shot to follow. Does get him down, though. Hell Force to take it out of Feral. He did have to burn advantage for a cheap shot, but at least he did it. Getting slowed down by NA Red. Has a blind to follow. Maybe NA Red could trinket it. Looks like Alforsen is going to be allowed to catch a proper reset versus NA Red. Unless NA Red does AoE him out in the open, dude. Oh, man. I am still very, very interested in what happened to Katrikin just now. I would love a breakdown, boys. Can you please DM me what happened? I'm actually very interested in the lore. What happened in this season? How did Christina get so much character power? It feels like Goku went from like the first season until the last season of like super extra Giga Saiyan extra happy super mode. You know what I mean? Big Executor is ready onto Hellforsen. Looks like the death is hanging over him. Shield of Minutes up for NA Red to give him defensives. Hellforsen taking lots of damage, but actually still alive. And then looking to catch himself a re-stealth. NA Red does not have a go. Hellforsen better play this safe, my man. You just ate a big Executor sentence over your head. I mean, every time that thing is over my head in the next expansion, I'm definitely going to be looking out for like, oh, how much damage is this really going to do? Get a shot onto NA Red. I keep swapping to the wrong person. I'm so sorry. But it might have enough to take out Hellforce, and Hellforce does get himself a small heal. Looks like it's not going to be enough, and it does fall over. Pricey. Up next on the other team, dropping down himself a Portal and a Red. Is he playing against an Affliction Warlock? By the looks of it, that is some dots. Gonna go turn evil onto the Succubus. That has a unique animation, doesn't it? Pricey get hit with a Hodge. He's going to trick it out of it. Trying to establish the dots into NA red with Mortal Coil. Fear to follow. Does he go for a big setup? A stable fiction. Haunt to follow right after. Does he go for the big pet summon? Maybe even huge death coil? Doesn't get the death coil. But he's going to get the gateway. Does he get the death coil around the corner? Malefic Rapture trying to make it happen. Looks like Malefic Raptures are not hitting. He needs to have line of sight of those. So it looks like NA red is going to take quite a bit of damage. The Dark Glare is out. He's going to try to turn evil onto Dark Glare. NA red does have quite a bit of dots. Pricey needs to be aware. Malefic Raptures can be used at all times, but they will only hit targets you have line of sight off. So it's kind of rough. Sometimes you kind of might just have to guess. So pre-positional for Affliction might be the best way to go about it. Ballistic Pricey is at least maintain the dots into NA red. That is a lot of pressure to maintain on him. He's going to get himself a gateway so he can back up if needs to, or at least he can jump back on the platform. Stun onto Pricey. NA red trying to go for big damage. Does he go for a bubble? He's actually super low. Does bubble the damage? Pricey's super low. Oh no, NA red taking him out. The Retribution Paladin damage is just off the charts right now. It looks like Dark Core Ellie is going to be up next. Darkron versus Valrup as NA red and Dark Core Ellie. Trying to hit him with a lightning lasso before he jumps off the side. Does nab the lasso with a meteor to follow from the fire elemental. And that's going to be Dark Core Ellie. Try to see if he can kite NA right now in the open. Is going to have Shield of Vengeance. Needs to bust through that before he does big damage to NA red. That shield is going to slap back to Dark Core Ellie. Should probably keep the Paladin out in the open so the fire elemental has an easier time hitting him. Swapping the elementals were stun onto NA red. Does go for a wall himself. There's going to be a gateway from the Warlock. Trying to escape the damage from NA red as the final verdict does come out. Too bad the dark final verdict was not penned together with a Execution Sentence. Otherwise I feel like for NA red that would have been the deal. Does get himself, is that a proc for wings? It looks like he maybe procs wings with a Vision of Perfection Essence. I think he does. I think he literally plays Vision of Perfection, which might not be, I don't know how good of a play that's going to be actually. I feel like in BFA there was a better play because it gave you a 100% crit chance, even though it didn't proc all that often. I mean, it's a chance, it's a decent proc rate. It's a decent proc rate. It's like 35% chance of a fight. It's going to proc from time to time. And red getting hit with a lasso to follow. Hand of Freedom available. Hodge onto Dark Core Ellie. Going to get knocked back as Execution Sentence is hanging over his head. Big damage by the Paladin. Any damage he does while Execution Sentence is up is only going to make Execution Sentence better. Does kill the Stun Totem. Getting interrupted as Dark Core Ellie. I don't know what he was trying to cast on, but he does get cast on. With the big judgment and a final verdict taking him out. The final words are as thus. Please someone take down this NA red. And there's going to be Stone Sour up next. Does he get enough damage? Double Crucible onto NA red. He does does get interrupted. Wait, he actually is down. Stone Sour with a nice port back. And an interrupt onto Valrup. That was very well placed. That was I was going to say planned, but it didn't look like it was planned. So at least it was placed. But maybe it was planned. I don't even know. I like how he's just like shielded and he just has slow fall the whole time. I think it's hilarious looking. It's going to be Succubus CC as Saris is going to be out next, trying to get a Stone to Stone Sour. Does he go for the big damage? Trying to get some Demon Bolts up and running. Going to be a Stone to Stone Sour. Trying to get himself a Vile Fiend. Does he go for the big Tyrant? He might need to. Stone Sour. Trying to see if he can get the hell out of there. Touch of the Magi. Does have Temporal. That's going to be the Tyrant on a Mortal Coil too. Ice Block comes out as the pets are out, and Saris is going to at least get some Demon Bolts to build up some resources off of this. For Stone Sour, this is quite a rock and a hard play situation. But at least once the Ice Block is done, he does go for an Invis immediately. We're at 7 minutes, 70% damage. There is still 3 people on Team 1 for him to get through. And Stone Sour at least is able to get those instants versus Saris. Saris is going to go for either cast, but it's going to get interrupted. Which way is Saris? Okay, Saris is 1, Stone Sour is 4. That's going to be a quick CC onto Stone Sour. Does Blink out of it? Or maybe it was Succubus CC. Might have had to Trinket or on that racial off of. But it's going to have this Succubus pet attacking him. That Succubus pet is actually doing quite a bit of damage. I mean, it's burning through its shield slowly but surely. Vile Fiend joins in the fun as well. Not going to make it easier for Stone Sour at all. And Saris just needs to give himself a little bit instant cast available. Mortal Coil onto Stone Sour. Doesn't last too long. Try to get a stun around the corner. Not going to happen. Boskage Bomber is not going to hit him. This is going to be Stone Sour trying to go for Arcane Orb. It does the damage. Trinkets towards the very end. Not really sure if that's what he meant to do, but that is exactly what happened. Could burn the Trinket from the Succubus Seduction. Saris trying to get himself a Corruption, but looks like Stone Sour is fine for a little bit. Could turn around in a moment though. but he's fine for now. We are at 8 minutes, 22% dampening. Going to be very, very difficult for this mage to catch up a lot of heals. Going to be interrupted on the Stone Sour, though, which is very, very unfortunate. Arcane locked. It's just trying to go for some cooldowns. He does have Arcane power available very, very soon. That's going to be also that Alter Time might need to use it early while the Tyrant is on him. Mortal Coil, I think it might be done and done. Oh, Sarah's taking him out. The Alter Time was just a rough play, and I think he does get all the heals from it, doesn't he? Or maybe he does get reduced by dampening. Either way, boys. What was that damage by Christina still? Could someone explain what happened? Can somebody explain what Christina did to Katrikan, please? Spike Trinket 3k, for 1 Ferocious Bite 5k, 2 Ferocious Bite 3k, Lethal Strike 3k, and some small dots in between make 25k, but that's okay, just PTR things, let them have their fun. I really gotta look that in the slow form, like exactly how that, because I remember I saw him get you to about half health, and it's just like, boom. Thorns, bro? You think it was Thorns? I guess details wouldn't work on here, though. I barely attacked in Thorn. Yeah, because I remember, I know Thorns, like, few words could definitely eat a lot of damage while Thorns are up, but I don't think they can eat that much. I don't think they can eat that much. We'll stun most of the time. Yeah. I tend to agree with Cat on this one. Well, I have to look through it and see, but that was just insane. Alright, boys. Another one, boys. Another one. We gotta get ourselves Krager versus Ptr. I don't think these two dueled. They might have already, but if my memory serves, my memory is not reliable by any fucking measure. Oh, Death Knight, a Demon Hunter color, hair color is usable by class in Shadowlands. Oh, pretty cool. Yes, actually, the oversight was referring to a planned restriction on the live game and decided to remove in Shadowlands. Hair colors are previously class restricted. Oh, cool. So the hot pink for Night Elves is now available for non-Death Knights. That's cool. And then the blue that apparently only Death Knights had, this color in particular, is now available for everybody else. That's cool. That's kind of neat. Cool update. Thanks, Blizz. Let me get Kragar and get Ptr in here. Kragar and Pink T-Rex next up, boys. And I think we're gonna do... Oh, didn't work. Okay, Kragar and Pink T-Rex. And I think after this we'll do... We gotta do Ividon versus either Atho or Katrikan. Just to mix it up a little bit. I think they both played each other. No, actually I don't think Athoman played against them. I think Kat did, but not Atho. So we'll do that. You know what I mean? Alrighty, boys. Let's get yet another duel up and running for the day. Let's do this, man. We got a recording. Switch. Alrighty. We got ourselves Team 1 with Remy. We got ourselves... How do you say your name? Gore? Let's call you Gore. G-O-R, dude. 3 last letters. We got Krager in here. We got ourselves Yasya. And we got ourselves Telrion. Wow! Dude, I actually saw this on forums. Like, why can't they just complete the beard? Like, goatee and then this kind of hair option for Blood Elves. Why can't they just complete the beard? They totally should. Are you Blood Elf or Void Elf? It's so hard with blue eyes, dude. It's so... You actually look kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. It actually looks kind of dope. We got ourselves Tasty on the other team with... We got ourselves Lay. We got ourselves Effie. We got ourselves Jello. Looking really mellow. And Wargren. First up is going to be Kragar, dude. First up versus Wargren by the looks of it. So Survival versus a Fury Warrior. It looks like Kragar is not going to waste any time. Just going to get right in there. Wargren trying to go for a bit of a setup with those nades. Going to be Kragar dropping in the Nazat Trinket immediately. Stunned by Wargren. Let's look at to disengage away from Kragar. Get the dots up and running. Kragar leaping into Wargren. Trying to see... Might be able to reconnect. Wargren is going to pull that pet back. Does not need to give Kragar those free bloodthirsts off the pet. Trying to drop in the Tar Trap. Not going to stop Kragar really. Does go for a dress, but looks like it did nothing. Kragar does get a Stormbolt onto Wargren. Trying to get the damage in, but looks like the dots from Survival Hunter are doing quite a bit of work. Fear comes in as Wargren looking to back away. That's going to be like Manning Bandit as Kragar goes in for Ignore Pain. So at least it's going to be a bit of a reset for both of them. Wargren caught up on a little bit of health. Krager caught up on a bit of health of his own with that ignore pain on top of it. But the two are pretty close. Wargren is using Master Skull in order to stay mobile. Throwing the bike at Krager. The Krager does have the pet to attack anytime he wants. There's going to be a Stormbolt into Wargren as he goes in for that harpoon. And Krager's looking like, we'll see that half the shell, but I feel like we might expect them defensive of the Krager. There goes to Azeroth, but does he go for enrage regeneration at this point? Is he going to be low enough? Stun, but Wargren does get the safeguard trick. So both absorbs for Krager. Oz down. Does Krager go for that enrage regen with a freezing trap to follow? Oh man, that's a good snapshot, honestly. Look at that, dude. Look at that. It looks so good. Stormbolt and Wargren, as he goes in for recklessness of his own. That charge heal should be enough. And should be able to stay on top of Wargren if he has that. I don't know if he does have... Oh, it looks like he does have the rigid blows that do let him move. But Krager taking quite a lot of damage. Big damage. Krager does go for Warlock Hellstone. Might to go for enrage regen against Wargren. His health is real low. The drastic death almost makes it bad. Reflect available in case the freezing trap comes up for Wargren. Does get a freezing trap into Krager against his enrage regen. So Wargren, while did let at least one Bloodthirst go through with enrage regen, at least majority of that healing for Krager did not allow him to do it. So Krager might need to be a little bit more careful. Commanding shot still available for Krager. So he still has a commanding lead on that. Nazat Trinket on use coming out every single second he gets to. That's going to be Wargren trying to bail out as Krager closes the gap. Does go for a few to disrupt the Hunter. Wargren still holding on to Turtle Shell. No exhilaration for a little bit. So between him and the pets and the dots and all that survival hunter damage, it might be okay. Bladestorm stops Wargren from using CC. Turtle Shell comes out to catch up a little bit of healing. Krager should be turning attention to the pet. Cannot get a charge off of the pet. But that's going to be Harpoon, but Wargren immediately met with a Stormbolt as Krager trying to see if he might be able to stay alive here. Again, commanding shot available. Puts him on ice for a little bit. Looks like Wargren is looking to maybe get himself a camo off. If he can get a camo, like full camo and wait it out, he might be okay. Krager does use all the crucibles in order to pop himself as much self-healing as possible. Even going for mage food, which he might. That's perfectly fine if he does do it. That is part of the group composition they got going on for the duels. Wargren tried to see if he might be able to just outlast and outrange Krager. Stormbolt comes out with that charge, and Krager goes in for a bit of reckless. 40 seconds left on that enrage regeneration. Probably has no Zostriken up now by then. Does have the Zostriken. Wargren trying to burn as much damage to Krager as possible, but his health is not looking that good. Looks like the better version of the recklessness does give Krager a competitive burst advantage now. Stuns Krager on his charge. Try to see if he might be able to just let the dots kind of do the work for a little bit. Krager does have for himself a little bit of self-heal with those crucibles, not using them offensively, just using them for self-heal. Also, it really should be attacking the pet as much as possible. Stormbolt under Wargren through the wall by the looks of it. Wargren is going to have to defend this a little. Krager popping in Reflect in case a freezing trap comes up to stop him. That's going to be a Blade Storm in case Wargren tried to harpoon. And that's going to be actually Wargren super close in health. Does sprint out of there with Sheeta. Really in a bad situation. As Krager did go for a little bit more damage. Leap onto Wargren. Does get himself exhilaration on the very last second. And maybe, just maybe, still has a chance against Krager. Krager does have defenses back up. We are at 4 minutes. Stormbolt into Wargren. It looks like Krager does not have a reckless for a little bit. Reflect up in case Wargren tries to drop down a trap. Looks like the dots might have Wargren save those crucibles for the very last second. Harpoon, freezing trap. Wargren trying to go for manic bandage. Looks like Krager does not have a reflect. Does not have a trinket either. That's going to be Wargren jumping into camo yet again. If you can just stay away from Krager, he might be okay. At this point, you might as well let Krager catch up on food. Krager trying to deny Wargren as much healing as possible, as these two are just going at it with one another. Krager making the rounds on his mount, trying to see if he can find Wargren. Does he? Does see the pet, which is going to get Wargren out in the open. At this point, how does a hunter win this? I feel like you need to do the same thing you did with Krager the first time around. Try to see if you can disengage out of there, but a Stormbolt stops him midway. That's going to be a mobility loss. Reflective Will for Krager. Probably is going to go for Blaze Storm to follow if he can cover it. Stun by Wargren, doing a bit of burst onto Krager. Try to pull the pet back. There goes the Nazat Trinket as Wargren is slowly but surely getting the cooldowns out of Krager. We're getting all the defenses out. Krager's taking quite a considerable damage. Does Krager have Safeguard Trinket though? Is that going to proc once he gets low enough health? If he does, and Wargren can put him on ice as soon as Enrage Regen comes out, or rotate maybe a Stun Trinket into a Freezing Trap. Let him sit in a full no heal Enrage Regen. Then he might be fine. Reflective Will for Krager in case. Safeguard Trinket procced by getting thrown out by Wargren. Krager Does still hold on to Enrage Regen. Wargren is still not out of the woods yet, but there goes all his defensives besides the big one. All his other absorbs are up. Cracker does go for a heal from Yasia, so he does also have a Warlock health. So man, the healing this warrior is given in this duel is insane. Does go for Recklessness, doing quite a lot of damage. Wargren better be aware of his health. Does go for a Turtle Shell. And Cracker is still super low on health. Can go for Enrage Regen anytime he wants to. He has the pet to leap off of if he needs to. Stormbolt onto Wargren. Does he go for Enrage Regen? He does go for it. Try to catch up on Bloodthirst. Reflect available. Wargren cannot really stop. The heal does go for the stun. Throwing in nades. Cracker is going to be down on that heal. Nazat's Trinket, maybe final bulwark for him. Final way for him to be able to outlast it. Does try to get the damage onto the pet. Maybe some Bloodthirst off it as well. But besides Nazat's Trinket, which is going to come back in a minute, and besides his own self-heals, and actually Wargren catches himself a camo for just a quick second. Might be able to maybe have some damage, maybe another dress for Kragar at some point. Potentially. Manic Bandage is coming out for Wargren. He's going to get the pet up and running until Kragar Stormbolt hits him. Does Kragar go for a charge heal maybe? Because he needs to recover some health. There's going to be a big dress by Wargren. Kragar, does he have enough healing? Commanding Shout available. Does he have Nazoth coming up anytime soon? Commanding Shout is up. Wargren does put him on ice. I don't know if he needs to put a flare on him, but he does. And it's going to try to see if he can hit him with some more dots. Might have it here. Kragar needs some healing right now. Nazatchuk needs to come back. Almost has Wargren so close. Charge comes out. Does disengage immediately. The Eagles are flying. Kragar looking to get himself as much healing as possible. Wargren does take him out in a 7-minute duel. Almost 8-minute duel at this point. Versus Kragar, taking him out, taking the victory, and that's going to be Remy with Zombos rolling up at Wargren. I don't know if Wargren took quite a lot to fight against Kragar. I don't really know if he has much to fight against Rem, though. With all those dots and a pet doing all the work, yeah, not a lot you can really do. But he played as well as he could, with Tasty going to be next up. Okay, Tasty is 1, and Rem is 2? Rem is 1. Oh, it works out. But it's going to be Tasty up next versus Rem. Is it going to go for maybe some damage as Ram trying to cut across? Really should have maybe been a little quicker cutting across, because at least he gave Tasty a Flame Shock. And if you connect now, AMS available. Is AMS going to be enough though? Does Tasty burn through AMS like it's actually nothing? Throwing out them Lightning Bolt noodles. That's going to be a Ram IBF as well as a Death Pact immediately, just to give him as much health as possible. Still has that. Did he have like a second AMS or something? Or was that literally the same AMS? It looked like he still has the clutches of an AMS available. I don't even know. Maybe it's like a second AMS he could throw out from time to time. It's going to be Lightning Last onto Remy. As he does have Lichborn in order to get himself any kind of bit of healing. Does get the army rolling onto Tasty. Needs to slow Tasty down. Stuns him. Trick coming out for the Shaman. As he's trying to see if he can Ghost Wolf out of there. The army of the dead just joined the fight. There's going to be some necrotic stacking up Tasty. Tasty gets his own pet up and running against Ram without Fire Elemental. And that's going to be Spirit Walker's Grace letting him run and cast at the same time. And Ram is not in a good spot at all. Needs the big transfusions from Tasty. Was that going to be enough though? What is this random AMS he's getting? So it doesn't look like it's a real AMS. I think it's from like a trade or something. It has to be a trade then. Or some kind of a proc. Yasi getting a stun on Tasty, trying to go for a big Tyrant immediately. Looks like a Tyrant is going to get some damage clapped into Tasty as the second stun comes out with a Mortal Coil running him away right afterwards. Yasi has a lot of pressure on Tasty. Those pets by themselves are doing a lot of work. Trying to slow down the cast heals for Tasty. Does do a lot here. Tasty barely surviving this right now. Healing Surge is available. But needs to get the hell away from Yasi right now. He's really not out of the woods. He just committed everything into that Death Knight. But Yasi is still throwing a lot of pressure at him. Those pets are still up. Felguard. Okay, one of the guards is down. Stun onto Yasi and stun on the pet. I don't even know how he had such a wide range on that stun. But he did. Henical Dance? Wait, does Yasi have like a pet attacking? I think it was the pet he was going to attack. Oh yeah, Earth Elemental. There it is. So Yasi could get Henical Dance from that. Tasty getting hit with a stun. Yasi getting hit with a pet stun from Tasty. And the Shaman, how is he going to be able to do it? Now, maybe he has maybe some pressure, maybe some damage. Feeling confident at least. Yatsu waiting for the next stun. He does put Curse on Tasty. Most likely using a Curse of Tongues. Maybe a Curse of Slow. Most likely a Curse of Tongues. Mortal Coil right into Tasty with a Fury to follow. Tasty does not pre-tremor this, and Yatsu taking an opportunity to drain life off of the pet just a little more as it's just Tasty catching up on all the health. Tasty does not have line of sight. Looks like it's going to be a duel between the two. Fear could come down. Tasty does not drop a tremor ahead of time. That's going to be Tyrant trying to come out as double lava burst comes out for Tasty stun, and the Tyrant should be doing a lot of damage. Tasty triggers at the very last second, gets a second stun from his Earth Elemental onto Yasa, needs heals immediately at 35% damage, but it's going to be pretty important for him to get as much healing as possible. Does go for Spirit Walker's Grace. At least he can move away from Yasa and get some casts off so he heals. But it's still under a lot of pressure as Yasa just continues to send pets at him over and over. Vile Fiend rolling in. Daisy might be looking maybe at a reposition or maybe a scoring a kill into Yasa. He knows that it's going to be a Mortal Coil at some point. Does get a stun, knockback as the stun comes out. Mortal Coil, not a lot he can really do. Yasa has Reflect available, so Daisy can't even do much about it. Except Ghost Wolf out of there. I think it might be over for the Shaman Blow right here. There it goes. I believe JC might have burned the Dark Iron Racial at the very end, trying to take off all those dots, but with those pets and a Drain Life, that was it, man. With barely any health and 39% dampening, there's only so much you can do. It's going to be Jello up next. Yep, Jello, number 4 versus Yasa, number 3. And he's playing the Marksman, so he's going to go for the big old aim shot in the open against Yasa. Double aim shot comes out. Bike not connecting, hits a wall. That's going to be important for Yasa as it bails out of there. Jello looking to catch up to Yasa immediately. Looks like it's going to be an aim shot trying to make some plays here with another aim shot to follow. Yasa does have the pets up and running, but it's going to be interrupted into Shadow. Aim shot knocks back. Yasa does hit Jello with a stun, and the Tyrant comes out. The Tyrant is going to do quite a number of damage here. Jello better be aware. Mortal Coil into Jello. Does he actually interrupt the... Did he try to interrupt the Tyrant? It looked like the Tyrant actually stopped casting for a second. That's going to be Drain Life as Jello goes into Turtle Shell. Freezing Trap onto Yasa, but I think it's done to the Demons. That's super unfortunate. Effie is going to be up next. Second to last versus Yasa. Does hit him with a Rake Opener, trying to get the dots up and running too. Fear to follow. Actually, Yasa decides against it. Bike get thrown at Yasa, but I think his Felguard actually is the bike. I think his Felguard literally ate the bike, trying to let it Fear to Effie. Effie does shrink it by the looks of it. And another Fear and a Drain Life as Yasa just trying not to break the Spheres, trying to catch up on as much health as he can. A 47% dampener, boys. Vile Fiend rolling out for Yasa. Stun onto Effie. Does Yasa have any more damage to fall? Mortal Coil, maybe? No, he does have Mortal Coil. All the pets are up. Actually, might just have it. Yasa taken out of Feral right before he is up against Lei, the last man on the other team, taking him out with a Shadow Strike and vanishes out of there. I don't even know if Lei needed to really vanish out of there, but that's it, man. That was that. And it's going to be our man Gore up next, dude. Gore is up next. Call him out. Call him out. Oh, man. That Warlock, dude. That's something. That's special. Sap onto Gore as Lei, trying to see if he can lay low. Cheap shot onto Gore, and he's going to get some Shadow Strikes in. Get a shot to follow. Maybe big damage. Blood of the Enemy. Gore does go for a Ice Block. It's going to get a slow onto Lei. Shadow Step coming out yet again. Blink it away as long as he can get rid of the Shadow Steps. But blink it away from Lei. He might actually have Lei out in the open with not a lot to do. Smoke Bomb trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a reset. It looks like Gore might just have to take it a little bit slow. He does pick up the eyes. He's actually a decent amount of health. He eyes blocked high as saw Lei going in for big damage without Blood of the Enemy. It looked like he actually went for a eyes block maybe a little early. But he's going to get on top of Lei. It looks like there's going to be no delay between Lei opening up on Gore. Does have the images, so that does reduce the damage by 20% for our next few attacks. I keep swapping the wrong person. I'm so sorry. Okay, Lei's number 2. Gore's number 1. Okay, now I can maybe do it. Now I can, if I can only remember. It looks like Gore is actually taking quite a lot of damage from Lei, though. So far, Gore has been able to play defensive. And Lei has been able to get aggressive and really be the one making the openers and openers and plays happen. Maybe Gore has like a big one-shot available for Lei. He's just waiting for like the big cooldowns like Cloak of Shadows to be out. Because the Lei will not have advantage for a few seconds. Cheap shot, trying to get the dots up and running, getting the damage on rolling, getting a shot to follow right after. It's going to be quite a bit of damage. Cheap shot to follow right after for this. That's going to be touching the magic for finally for Gore. Might be enough damage here versus Lei. Does he go for the big missiles? Cloak of Shadows comes out for the rogue immediately. So there goes all that damage. Again, I told you I'm going to miss. I'm going to forget which one is which. Gore does blink behind or blink around the pillar for Lei. Try to see if he can at least keep him in combat as best as possible. Lei looking to get him into another lineup, missing the kick. That's going to be Gore get himself quite a good range with that Time War. Temporal available for the skinny shot. It is going to be heavily reduced by 62%. Big Blood of the Enemy for Lei, trying to go for as much damage as possible into Gore. Barely surviving this. No Ice Block available. Invisible for a second. It looks like Lei is going to take him out. Telrion is going to be up next, and last man on team 1 left over. As an arms warrior versus a sub rogue. No more healing available. Lei does at least have a sippy cup to heal with. Dalaran doesn't really have that much healing baseline, but maybe ignore pain and everything might be enough. Who's gonna win this one, boys? The rogue or the warrior? Evasion still available for Lei. Does Zerker Rage and does get Lei tagged with a crucible. Dalaran, is he gonna leap in, maybe commit some movement in order to catch up to Lei? Leap, charge, does not get the charge though. Very, very unfortunate. Okay, he's 4. It's 1 and 4. As we are at 67% dampening. Wow, that's quite a lot. That's a long duel. Very long one. Cold Blood available for Lei. Blind available. So he actually has a really good setup against Dalaran. Dalaran coming in fresh with full cooldowns, but it's really going to be about Lei making sure he plays it right. I feel like if Lei makes a mistake and Dalaran punishes him for mistakes, I think that's the only way Dalaran is going to win. If I had to judge, it's going to be all cheap shots, fully stunned DR. Dalaran finally can do some damage, get the bleeds onto Lei. Big Avatar comes out. Colossus Master Fall. Lei does not go for evasion. What? Why so? Called it. He had to not make a mistake. Otherwise, he's done for. But that's going to be Dalaran taking 1 down, dude. My man. There it is. Had evasion, had blind, and the rogue just didn't use either one. Rogue just didn't use either one, boys. I don't even know what's going on. Oh boy. Oh man. Chopped, dude. You better use evasion early. I know overpower goes through evasion, but you better use it as early as possible, especially when you see a Colossus match coming down on you. Warbreaker, big Avatar. Oh, I'll be afraid too, man. Oh, all right. Let's get another one going, man. Let's get another one up and running. Who just played? I think it was Katrikan's team. Yeah, Krager's team versus Pink T-Rex's. Okay, so that means we gotta get Atherman versus Avi. Sav is here. Yo, can we get Sav versus Cat and Ather versus Avi done? Let's do that, dude, because Sav didn't get to play much. Ptr match. Sav and Cat Recan. Dal Prime wasn't available to join the queue. What? Dal Prime wasn't able to join the queue. What the fuck does that mean? Dal Prime was unavailable to join the queue. What does that mean? I am available. What is he again talking about? Dal Prime was unable to join the queue. What does that mean? Okay, do I need to reset? Okay, I might need to relog in this tune, boys. You're busy. Am I like AFK or something? Hold on. You're now AFK / AFK. You're no longer AFK. Am I like busy? Busy. Available. I don't know, dude. Dal Prime was unavailable to join the queue. But that's me. Oh, can we do one more or not? Yeah, I'll be doing some more until I get tired. Okay, Sav, Cat, Atho, Avidan. You need to re-whisper to me again. I'm gonna have to relog. You need to re-whisper to me again. I gotta get Sav and Cat first, so. Re-whisper me on Real ID. I'm just gonna relog in this character. Maybe that'll work. Because I have no idea why he's all like... why the character can't join the duels now. That's a new bug. It says I'm busy when I'm not. Am I in combat with someone maybe? Was that what it was? Sav and Cat. Perfect. You guys are beautiful. Awesome. Ready, my dude. My dude. Sav and Cat Recan. Invite spectator match. Sav and Cat Recan. Now it works. No idea why my character was busy. Maybe I accidentally right-clicked and I was in combat with something. I guess it could be that. Maybe that's what happened. I like this arena, dude. I feel like we had not a lot of like cool, iconic games on this arena in particular. I can't remember a lot of them, dude. There's a lot of like games where we had lag, DCs, and just like not enough people playing with this one in particular. Or really, really extended duels. But I love the look of this arena. It's just I noticed we always have like some weird ass things happening with this one. Twitch. What do we got? We got ourselves Team 1 and Team 2. Actually, looking to get the people up and running. Looks like Team 2 has all the people. First is going to be Katrikan on Team 2 with Pricey. I think more Affliction. We got ourselves, Stone Sour. Okay, the wall stacked together. Hellforce and Darkron Ellie. Played as enhancement. Wait, is it playing enhancement? I got too excited. Here's Ellie. I was so excited. I thought a hammer. I was like, Doom Hammer, let's go. Nope. Versus, we got the other team of Genix. We got ourselves Aradon. We got ourselves L. Do the Shadow Priest. Bloods, the Rogue. And Shamakazi as another Ellie. Oh man, no enhanced love. It looks like Price is playing the Demonology. Price is Demo. Okay, I've been seeing that man play Affliction, and I was like, is he Affliction? Maybe. Yeah, I should have looked at the pet, that's for sure though. Looks like Shamakazi is going to be up first versus Pricey. Price is sending in the pet in there though. Shamakazi trading in the Flame Shocks. So Pricey is 2, Shamakazi is 5. Okay. Mortal Coil opener. Price is going in for Tyrant immediately. Just gonna let the Tyrant blast if possible. Shamakazi looking to catch some land aside. Does get hit with a stun, knocking back some of those pets. Pricey is gonna be on top of Shamakazi. Looks like Tyrant is not gonna be able to do much damage. Does not get the interrupt with Shamakazi. That is gonna be reflector available though. Does Shamakazi reflect those lightning bolts into himself? He does not. He waits it out, but maybe to his detriment. Finally goes in for big lightning bolts. Trying to make the damage happen versus Pricey. That's gonna be that healing surges available as he got a little bit of that self-heal while running. With a Spirit Walker's Grace, making sure to send some meatballs Pricey's way, man. Sham, I feel like he might be Swedish. He got the meatballs, dude. He got meatballs on point. Looks like Pricey actually summons a... What is this? It's like... What is that demon? Bro, what is that thing? What the hell is that? It's like a satyr. Does it do anything? That's going to be a Vile Fiend rolling up with a shot of fear onto Shamakazi. Does eat the Vile Fiend. And I think it's going to be Shaman down for the count as Pricey taking the first one as a Demonology Warlock. I think that Tyrant ended up not doing too much damage, but using the Tyrant to empower your already existing pets was still worth. Especially in PvP. Like, if you're not going to have that much of a go, get the Tyrant up and running. Let him do some damage. Let him do anything. But even not getting the Tyrant up and running, getting all those other pets is huge. Going to be a stun by Abaddon. Abaddon is this one. Okay, cool. So into a stun onto Abaddon by Pricey. Throwing in the bike at the Warlock. Port coming out for Pricey, not really moving super far. As he's trying to find a way against the Rogue. Vendetta rolling for the Rogue right now. Wallerville for Pricey trying to generate those common points. Cloak Shadow is available for Abaddon. I don't know if that actually gives Pricey no soul shards every time he does Shadow Bolt and Mortal Coil into the Rogue, into a Tyrant. Does Shadow Step to interrupt him, to lock him out. Getting a shot to follow right after as Pricey trying to summon even more pets. Stun comes out by Pricey. Abaddon is going to be taking a bit of damage for those pets. The Tyrant does come out. Henna Gul'dan is in. The Tyrant just needs a couple of casts into Abra. That's going to be Pricey. Dotted up. Is he going to have enough health here? That's a lot of pets available, but his health is ticking down little by little. The dots might do it. Pricey does get himself a heal. Garrod coming out. Maybe the Tyrant can just turn around. Nope. It disappears. Just like the hopes and dreams of Pricey winning this duel. Hellforce and throwing in daggers at Abaddon before he can get away. Building some comm points, letting the dots curse. That's going to be Assassination Rogue versus Assassination Rogue. As Hellforce is looking to catch up to Abaddon. At least keeping him in combat with those dots, man. There's no way they're not running deadly poison against... They have to be running one poison against one another, right? They have to be. Abaddon getting hit with a kidney shot as Hellforce. They're going to just tear right into him. Is he going for Vendetta? Doesn't need it. That might be enough damage here with a Shiv. And down goes Abra. That's going to be Hellforce in his number 4 versus Genix up next. Genix is the first one. Looking like Thor right here, dude. He's got himself a big Execution Santon's hammer hanging over Hellforce's head. Hellforce might to Cloak of Shadows this last second. Does go for it. Genix did have to burn wings in order to make the damage happen. Hellforce and going in for a blind versus Genix does force a trick it out of the Paladin. Oh, vanish off! But Genix still claps more with mad AoE. That was a vanish and he AoE'd him through that stealth. Barely any health available. Actually, it looked like I thought he was going to have enough health. To be honest, I thought he was going to have enough health, but apparently not enough. That's going to be Stone Sour getting a couple of those arcane blasts from afar. As we just now hitting the 4-minute mark. Man, that's a rough one for Rogues. You vanish off and he just still... That's rough. Not much you can do. I think at that point, if you are expecting for the Paladin, if you know the Paladin is like the kind that will try to AoE out of stealth. Actually, I think... Normally, a Paladin's AoE does do damage, even with the wings, but I don't think it does nearly enough damage until this expansion where they have Seraphim and all those other buffs. So with Seraphim, he probably, on wings, he probably actually does enough damage where he can one-shot Rogue like 5%, 10% health, whatever it was at the time. Genix, though, going to have a little bit of a sour time with Stone Sour being an Arcane Mage, lots of mobility. generally is a lot of trouble for Retribution Paladins who are very movement challenged. Otherwise known wheelchair class. And Stone Sour keeping his way out in the open, letting Genix kind of come to him over time. And that's going to be some missiles just hammering Genix. At this point, the Paladin is just kind of hoping the Mage does come to him and just throws out. Pokes behind the corner, throws the Judgment, and tries to get out of there. Hoping that'll be enough. Poking out, it's going to be Shield of Vengeance available. Stone Sour does eat an Executor Status, trying to get a Polymorph rolling on Genix. Perfect opportunity for Paladin to get as much damage as possible. Hammer is going to come down onto Stone Sour. Gonna do a bit of damage. Genix does not sit in Polymorph too long at all. The Executor Status did a bit of damage, but Stone Sour is doing just fine. He does have Alter Time in order to get his health back. This is going to land a Polymorph for Genix either way. And the Touch of the Magic going to be up next. Stone Sour dropping in as much damage as it can. Genix does bubble this damage off though. Pretty brutal, pretty big play right here. But it might put him in a very, very vulnerable state later. He needs to make the damage happen right now while he has wings. Stone Sour is just running circles around him. Hand Frame to back up, trying to get some damage, and Stone Sour might be done. And actually, he's under a lot of pressure. Genix does have quite a bit of damage. Hand Frame down, Stone Sour might be able to get away. Genix better have cooldowns, better have damage available immediately. An instant Hodge onto Stone, and down he goes. Genix just had to play it as careful as he could, find his momentum, get wings, do the most amount of damage he can, and just kind of hope for the best. That's going to be Dark Core Ellie up next with a big totem ready. Lightning Bolt in his hands, ready to go. Genix is trying to hand a fade out of it, taking out a totem, not to give Dark Core Ellie lots of damage. And I think he's just going to try to cut him around while the lightning in his hands. Try to see if he can mount up. Lasso catches him while he's on his mount. And that's going to be the big execution sentence coming down for Dark Ore. Looks like he's going to be 5. Some person I'm trying to swap to does try to go for a wall. It's going to reduce the damage of execution sentence heavily. It didn't look like Genix really went in for the big execution sentence with a final verdict and everything. But I could be wrong. But Genix did pop wings for that one. Did try to commit a lot of damage though. It's going to be tricky for Dark Ore. Ellie does get a knockback onto Genix as well. And Genix using it to kind of catch some light in his side. Is going to get hit with a stun by the Earth Elemental. But it's only 7 minutes into this duel, boys. Dampening isn't super high up. It's only 12-30%. So you can still do a lot. Dark Ore looking to get the hell away from Genix. Lasso to follow is going to be DR'd from the Earth Elemental stun. And that's going to be quite a lot of freebie movement, freebie damage for Genix for a little bit until Dark Ore has more tricks up his sleeve. Tried to summon in the Fire Ellie. Does not really draw the Paladin back at all. It looks like Dark Ore Ellie is going to be under a lot of pressure. Genix got some damage rolling. Wings are up and running. Hodge onto Dark Ore Ellie with a big execution sentence. I think he might just have him here with his execution. You could literally walk away from the Shaman if you wanted to. Execution sentence is coming down. Dark Ore Ellie better have a heal. Does slam down on him. Just didn't really have him a lot of time. Just built and built and built all that damage on top of it all. And last one left is going to be Kachikan, just doing a bit of a over the body of Dark Ore. Genix versus Kachikan, dude. Fury Warrior versus Retribution Paladin. 8 minutes into the duel, 18% dampen. And Kachikan going for a bit of a blaze from trying to send some of those crucibles of Genix. Does pop Reflect. I'm not really sure what to reflect from Genix. That's going to be quite a bit of damage from Kachikan. Does go for a disarm. Genix is going to have for himself the Bob. Does break through it with a Shattering Throw. Genix might be able to get a bubble later. And Kachikan will not have a Shattering Throw for that one. Fear onto Genix. Stop and Moon for a second. Another stun for a moment as well. Does Kachikan have enough damage? Genix just needs to wait until Forbearance is out. Trying to use as much healing as he can while wings are up and running. Kachikan charge back into Genix. Shield of Vengeance is going to have him a little bit extra defensiveness. That's going to be execute sentence on top of Kachikan. Does it reflect? I don't know if he can actually reflect the execute sentence final hit. Yeah, I don't think he can. I think it can only reflect the initial hit, like before it hits him. But I think the final hit, the actual hit, I don't think he can do much. Hodge is a cat. Genix does have wings up and running. Does Cat have anything at all for this? And Rage Regen is available if he needs to. Does get a charge, huge heal off of Genix. But I think he's not going to be able to get much more healing off of that. Genix does still hold on to a bubble. And Kachikan might not have a Shadow Throw for this one. What's the cooldown on thing? Like 2 minutes? If he has it on 3 minutes, there's no way he has it back up. That's going to be a big damage by Genix. Kachikan popping and reflect. Disarm onto Genix. The bubble coming up. Regenerate to follow. Kachikan actually has no way to break through it. And Genix is just going to sit there, dude. Hodge is a cat. I think it's done and done, dude. Unless Cat somehow can escape it, it's going to be no health available. Yep, that's over, dude. And that was all she wrote. Genix actually coming out with 4 kills back to back. Not bad. Not bad at all. I didn't even realize Genix was there playing for that long, actually. But the Paladin damage, dude. Paladins, There really are not a glass. I guess other glass cannon I don't even know if glass cannon would be the best way to describe them. They're like a really sharp boomerang in a tornado. They can't really control where they're going. Like, if the wind just knocks them to another side, they can't really do much about it. Pertaining to the slows and the movement that they don't really have. And they're very sharp, so if they hit you at the right angle, it's going to be deadly. But not always. Because sometimes the wind forces might be so high, might be spinning at like Mach speed, and then it just winds shift, and now you slow down and you don't really hit as hard. I guess that's the best way to describe paladins. A deadly boomerang in a hurricane. And the wind kind of just dictates whether you have damage and deadliness or whether you don't. It's so weird. It just feels like maybe it's just we haven't seen it. Maybe it'll be one of those things where I have to watch paladins some more, because so far it feels like they have damage. Sometimes they have wings and I'm like, oh, are they gonna one shot? And other times they have wings and I'm like, oh, are they? I'm expecting a one shot, but I'm not seeing it. Look, Paladin has been one spec, I'd say, on pre-patch that has been like, what? It's just like, they break my expectations all the time. There's like something about the consistency with them. Majority of the time you can cut them easily. Yeah, they are very mobility challenged. That's for certain. That's why I kind of wanted to call them glass cannon, because they have the cannon part, but they're not really glass. They're not really like super tanky, but they're not glass. I feel like if they didn't... Like, I don't have a perfect word to describe them, honestly. I really don't. It's okay for rogues, mages, logs to be for the most part stronger in arenas for several expansions, but when the red gets OP, everyone loses their mind. Would you call this this version of Paladin OP, Cat? Because I wouldn't even call it OP, you know? Wait, when was the last time Pally was OP? Wasn't Wrath Pally like insane? Wasn't like WAD Pally insane for like a season maybe? And by OP, I think a good standard would be like Sub-Rogues, Cataclysm, OP. Remember Sub-Rogues and Cataclysm? By God, they were strong, dude. Oh my goodness. They were nutty. They were absolutely nutty. Alright, who else we got for groups, boys? Who else we got for groups? I thought Cracker would have messaged me at some point or another. We had... I think we gotta do Avidon and Atha. Wait, did Avidon and Atha play? Sav and Kachikan play just now. I think Athaman and Avidon. Avidon and Atha, do you guys have groups? Let me know. Real ID me. They have OP burst, but mobility is trash, so ability is trash. Self-heals are too strong during wings, sustain DPS trash. Yeah, so you wouldn't really call Paladins OP. They're like really scary during wings. But I wouldn't really call them OP though, would you? I wouldn't. Avidon, okay, we gotta get Avidon and Athaman in here, because I don't think those two played each other at all. Hell yeah, dude. And Avidon, could someone write Avidon's name in chat? Because I keep, no Russian keyboard. Just somebody type it out real quick. Just so I can copy and paste. And then we're ready. Beginner, very expect lol, Pally OP. I think Pallies, like, have been generally really strong at the beginning of the special, because I think it's because they didn't scale as much with gear. Like, I think certain classes like Rogues and Warriors, they scale with better gear. So I think Pallies were one of those classes that didn't scale with gear. Tell me if I'm wrong on that one. Tell me if my theory is wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Okay, for some reason, okay. Atho, man. Cool, we're in. Athaman, Avidon, Krager's on standby. We'll see, maybe we can throw somebody at Krager after this. The Robodrome, dude. Okay, Robodrome is a little weird. There's a little weird. Kind of weird. So, let me show you guys where we stand with the Robodrome, okay? Twitch. Okay, when the Robodrome hits, stand like you start up here. Don't stay in that room. You'll literally get zapped. Stand like on this yellow line, dude. Yellow strip. Kind of like out here-ish. Yeah, just give whoever's doing like enough space and move out if they're like running into you. Just do that, right? Don't stand on this thing. Stand down here. Not on this thing. on this thing. Down on the lowest floor. Otherwise, it's gonna zap the shit out of you, okay? We got ourselves Team 1. We got ourselves Sarah's and Ari. We got ourselves NA Red, Valrup, Athel, Man, and Christina. Versus Team 2. We got ourselves Mova with Mary in the back. We got him really in here. We got Snow. We got Snow. And we got ourselves Shaycon as well. At least it's as close as I can name with this name. Snow. Lexi. Snow? Lexi? I see the name Lexi, like Alexi. We call him Snow. You know, nothing Snow. It looks like Mova maybe going to be first. No, looks like maybe Snow is going to be first up versus Orisa. Snow and Orisa trading blows. Snow takes the first judgment throw. And Orisa is going to just go for the slow. Just try to kind of kite him out as best as possible. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, that'll work. Now it's going to be Snow actually closing the gap. Where are the pets? Looks like the pets are going to be powered, but back there, execute settings onto Orisa. Might need to pop all the defensives. Definitely popping the offensives, though. AMS, as execution comes down, burns through your full AMS and a single global. That would have been nutty to hit your full health bar. Now it's going to be some Army of the Dead mages casting at Snow. This is just trying to blast through the pet of Orisa with the Army of the Dead. I don't know if Orisa, Ari, is playing a, I don't know if they're playing Vision of Perfection or not. I want to say maybe, because I think that's what they ran first time they joined the Duels on Ptr. But I could be wrong on that one. So we're going to have to wait. But looks like they're going to be dropping down the A-bomb, trying to see if we can catch up to Snow. Looks like Snow is already on the run on the other side of the arena, trying to use Turn Evil onto the bed. Gets interrupted by Ari, though. With a stun to follow. There goes the Army of the Dead joining the fight. This is where Snow is going to be under a lot of pressure. Lots of burst available for the Unholy Death. The Shield of Vengeance available, but it's going to get actually it's going to get absorbed between all those pets. Orisa trying to grip Snow next to him. Safeguard trick a proc, and Snow trying to heal as much as possible. Do they have the damage going for Orisa? Looks like they're recovered with all this onslaught of demons. Orisa, Ari is taking a bit of damage from the Paladin. No wings though, however. So Snow might actually have to go for Bubble soon, as Necrotics is starting to stack up little by little. Ari actually taking quite a chunk of damage themselves. There goes Vision of Perfection, procking in more pets. But looks like Snow is playing it very, very defensively, using all their holy power to just kind of outlast Ari's damage here. Just trying to play the game of attrition. Stun onto Ari, trinkets out of the human Rachel. There goes the AMS available. Army that had joined the fight. And Snow looking to get the hell out of there, gripping him back in with a stun to follow. Bubble comes out for Snow. Do they go for damage? Decides to go defensive. Actually trying to turn it around with a judgment onto Ari. Ari does go for a Dark Pact with a Necrotic on his own health. Just gonna have to wait it out to at least get some health. Snow caught up on quite a lot of health just now. Snow has wings coming up very, very soon. Bop available, Shield of Vengeance in 15 seconds or so. Ari has Anti-Magic Zone. If they can drop Anti-Magic Zone as the wings damage comes out, it's 20% damage reduction. If they wants to do it. They have full pets. It's going to be full Abomination. Resummoning a whole new pet just now for Dark Transformation. Now it's going to be Apocalypse available. Do they have any trinket for this at all? 10 seconds on the AMS. Maybe they're just going to try to kite until AMS is up. They can pre-Anti-Magic Zone. That might be a good spot. Trying to go for a stun just to get Snow off his back for a second until AMS. Trying to ignore any kind of Hodges from Snow. That's going to be a pet transformed over there, beating up on Snow. Not doing too much. I think Orisa though is trying to wait for the big burst one-shot cooldowns. Because with Snow with a bop, he might mitigate some of the melee damage, some of the melee physical damage from all those pets Ari got cooking. But majority of those pets are going to be down for the count. Now, there's some damage to Snow from afar. Ari looks like he's just fine getting cooldowns back. This is going to be IBF available soon. He does need to get another pet up and running as soon as possible. So he might be able to chain the stuns and maybe use a pet interrupt. Actually, no, the pet is still alive. Already. Turn Evil. Almost gets that interrupt on Turn Evil. It looks like Orisa is going to go for the full setup with pets. Full army are up and running. Gripping on Snow with a stun. Goes in, I think, for a dress to follow. That's going to be full Shield of Vengeance available for Snow. IBF for Orisa. Dropping down Anti-Magic Zone. Snow trying to see if he can walk out of the Anti-Magic Zone. Still taking a lot of magic damage from all those pets. Double mages on two sides. Going to be a lot of pressure. Snow might have to go for a bob to try to reduce the physical damage. Ari, though, has a lot of pressure onto Snow, though most of the pets are down. Snow is still so low in health, trying to heal as much as possible while wings are up. Trying to make those wings do the most. There's going to be yet another set of pets available for Ari. Snow's going to take a lot of pressure here. Necrotics are going to make this even harder. Does go for a massive heal, however. AMS available for Orisa. Snow action recovering on so much health with a couple of Ward of Glories right now. Actually, mad amount of healing. Stun onto Orisa. Does have execution settings ready? Does Orisa have anything for this? Does have Dark Pact if necessary. Does have Dark Pact, so you can get a lot of health. AMS of Bop available for Snow though, trying to prevent some of this physical damage. And Orisa had to go for the Dark Pact. Cannot shake Snow off with a Hand of Freedom. No way he's going to be able to do it. But he might be able to wait out until next AMS available. Does have army backup. Almost has the Abomination available very, very soon. So it's really actually kind of a close duel between a Paladin and a Death Knight. I don't think we've seen a close duel between Paladin and Death Knight like this before. Orisa has so much damage with those pets, but Snow is leveraging the mad amounts of healing that Paladins bring. Mad amounts of healing. He's probably fully versus stacked also. Already does get a proc on those pets. Snow trying to see if he might be able to land aside those pets. Does see chunky damage from Orisa. I don't think there's a lot he can do. Shield of Vengeance comes up in the last second. Does the healing stop him? Does it fail him? So much pressure and does go down. Orisa and the army of the undead was able to outmatch and outlast the self heals the Paladin brought. Only a few seconds left before he had that bubble back up, but looks of it. Do we have somebody else leave before the Pally? Looks like there's only 4 people left in Team 2. Unfortunate, but it's going to be really up next. Trying to make as much damage happen. Trying to land the Ring of Frost onto Orisa. AMS is available for the Meteor. That's going to be lots of necrotic stacking up onto the Mage. Lots of pressure. Might not be able to get too much healing. Does get a little bit of heals. But it's going to be also images available. Trying to land the Ring of Frost again. Not going to happen. Orisa just needs a little bit more pressure. A little bit more necrotics. And the Mage is not going to be able to do much. Cauterize comes out. Ice Block has to happen. Orisa is stuck out in the open with some slows, but not a lot they could really do about it. And that's going to be the Mage catching up a little bit of heals though, at least with that Cauterize coming back with an Ice Block. This was able to do something. Trying to land a Ring of Frost onto Orisa, just cannot do it. He sees a little bit more damage. Orisa, not a lot of health available. Does he have any self heals? Might have enough damage against the Mage though. Army joins the fight as the Meteor comes down. Doesn't really do enough. Orisa still takes a little bit of that sizzle, a little bit of that Mage Ignite mastery between him and the pets. And Shaken is going to be up next. It looks like whoever was the 5th, I think it was another Paladin. But I guess they're not going to get to play. Was it Meritus? I think it was Mary. And Shaken, the Shadow Priest, is going to be up next. Got Orisa actually 1v4. Normally it would be a 1v5, but maybe he might be able to 1v4. Shaken is actually kind of scary as a Shadow Priest. Actually kind of spooky. Kind of intimidating. Because the Shadow Priest, you're like, oh man, Shadow Priest, they're definitely not going to be difficult at all. And there's no way. There's just no way. But Orisa is taking him as carefully as he can. He's waiting until cooldowns are up. Anti-magic zone might be really good against Shaken. One thing Shaken doesn't really have is mobility. He does have cooldowns in order to give him mobility for a second. Lots of burst onto Shaken though. Does go for a greater fade. And needs heals right now. Is going to go for a little bit of DPO to Orisa. Trying to make those dots happen. Silence on Orisa for a second. Gets a stun on Shaken right now. Lots of healing for Shaken right now though. Oh my god, the healing he's able to get. With DPs as well as with the Vampiric Embrace, it's a lot of sustain. Orisa is going to hit with the Fear. Does have IBF. No more IBF actually. Is going to be Anti-Magic Zone available for Shaken. Does he get to grip him in? Does go for Lichborn, maybe get himself a death goal or two, but I think he might be just done to the dots. Shaken come in, just dumped a bunch of all the shadow damage, the DPs and everything. And first one on Team 2 goes down. Who's up next? Is it going to be Saris? I think it was Saris trying to go for a bit of an honor duel versus Shaken. And Shaken is going to grant him an honor duel. Going for a bit of a salute from afar. So they can at least, you know, get the duel up and running. It's going to be dampening closing in as we are 21% dampening at 8 minutes here, boys. Shaken, I think, has a slight advantage over the fact that he can move and cast a lot of his abilities. Cyrus has to cast just about everything. Greater Fate available for Shaken. Did use it maybe a little bit early. But it's going to be stunned by Cyrus with a Tyrant coming out. Does Shaken have any ways to stop the Tyrant? Going to be Mortal Coil. Does actually create line of sight between him and the Tyrant, which is super unfortunate. Doesn't really have a lot of heals besides Disperse. Might need to use Disperse here. Safeguard Trick and Procket. There goes this Disperse while 24% dampening. Tyrant should be able to get a slap or two. And Shaken better be aware. Try to see if he can land us at the Tyrant and the Warlock. There goes all those demons from that Fear. Shaken should be able to get himself some heals, but Saris can interrupt him on the heals though, so better be aware with those casts. Try to go for a second, but see for a second, just to hold Shaken in place for a moment, but it's not gonna last. Shaken popping in Void Eruption, has the mobility, has the Void Bolts, has the DPs. He has actually a lot of mobility while being able to get casts out. Try to get Shadowlands up and running. Saris does go for an interrupt. But as something Shaken gotta remember, Saris can interrupt him. Being a Gemology Warlock, he doesn't need the pet, he just summons one. Mortal Coil into Shaken. There's going to be a Vile Fiend dropping in 2. Grawl, Dreadstalkers rolling up as well. Silence on the Saris to Shaken, try to get some dots rolling. And Shaken should be able to heal quite a lot. He does have Vampiric Embrace. He could just dot up every pet, get a couple DPs, pop Vampiric Embrace, and probably stay alive for a very long while. That's going to be another set of doggos for Saris. Didn't get to get the first ones up and running. Shaken, getting the stun into Saris. Maybe this is a perfect opportunity for him to do some damage. Does get a wall out of Saris though, so Saris is under a lot of pressure. Does know this is not looking that good. The DPs for Shaken and the shields and those Shadow Men's are doing well for him. Saris super low with an Execute coming out. Shaken does get the big Execute damage at the very end. Christina is going to be number 2. Wait, number 1? 5? Okay, it looks like 5. For the Feral, doing quite a bit of damage to Shaken. But it can Shaken be shaked? Can it shake up what Shaken is bringing in? Christina's taking quite a bit of damage himself, actually. The DPs are really ramping up since they do have this... They have this ignite mechanic where you can skip a bump in DP into GP. And then just keep stacking big damage over time. Shaken getting a stun into Christina with a Mind Blast. Try to get some more Mind Flays in there. Christina does go in for an Azad Stricken. Is that going to be enough though? Shaken does go for a Void Eruption. Lots of damage. Christina does have to go for big heals while available. Needs to make the damage happen here. Finally got some pressure on Shaken. Shaken does have disperse if necessary. Christina needs to be watching for the health, but also needs to be watching for Shaken's health. Shadowman does interrupt the Shadowman, but Christina is done for either way. The dots just melt him. And Shaken taking him out with NA Red is going to be up next. Valrup getting the big executor set. It's auto Shaken. Has to disperse this immediately as we hit in that 11 minute mark. 37% dampening. Disperse does reduce the executor set severely, but Shaken's still not out of the woods. Silence onto NA Red does have greater fade. And did get a DP onto an NA Red prior to. That's going to be that shield for NA Red. Shaken just needs to survive this. I don't think they have enough. I don't think they have enough to survive. The Pally got him. With a bubble, not a lot you can really do. And NA Red taking him out with Moa being last one left, as we still have 2 Paladins left on team 1 with Movo on team 2. Just playing that Destro, NA Red mounting up immediately. I think this arena, this map definitely gives you a little bit more line of sight. I feel like if you hang it out in the center area up here, that's a lot of room for the Warlock to really play around. You can just drop down. He has, you know, gateways. He can drop down with the Warlock Stone, but if you play him around these pillar and that pillar, the one on the right, the one on the left, I feel like it's quite a lot of line of sight for the favor of the melee. But with Mobile kind of perched up here, it's going to be quite a tough position to crack through. And Red try to see if he can just charge in. And Moa might have a port available here. Oh, and Red kind of dipping a little bit too far off, but does create some line of sight. You can sit right under Mova's nose. Be okay. Mova jumping down, and Red still trying to create some line of sight. And her freedom is just melting. What is killing him? I actually don't understand. Mova is not Affliction, is he? He's not Affliction. So, but he's just melting him. Tricky for the Hodge. That might be a bubble necessary for NA Red. Actually, the bubble ready from Shaken and does take him out. Alright, Athaman is the last one left versus Mova. Mova jumping down. Does have a gateway to get back up if necessary. For Athos, it's going to be kind of a tough decision. Does he chase or does he run away more? That's going to be Infernal coming down though with a stun right after. Cataclysm to follow. No Casbolts. Yeah, there goes the first Casbolt. Let's see where I go for. Oh, he does. Athaman does go for the bubble. Big cooldown getting used. Mova using 2 mobility cooldowns to get away. Does get hit with a blind. It's going to be big execute setups on Mova. See what Execute might actually be able to do something. Athaman might actually be able to do something here. Wall available for Mova. Trying to get those Casbolts into See what Execute. The Execute set doing to do a lot of damage. See what Execute doesn't have a lot of health at all. Is he completely necrotic out or something? Casbolt. That's it. Oh my god. Did he hit you with a Maledict or something? Jesus. Orisa. With them 2 kills, lots of damage from the Unholy DK. Shaken doing more healing than damage. I guess Snow also had a lot more healing than damage. Man, the Shadow Priest is spooky though, dude. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's Claw? Oh, it is Claw. Wait, Claw? 18k. It's Claw. It's Claw. It's Claw. Oh, is it Claw that's healing Shaken? Is that what you're talking about? Claw healed him for 18k of health every time. Really? That's a lot of healing then. What's up, Tooth? How you doing, my man? Full grip ballet? Alright, man. We'll see if we can get another one going. So, yeah, Silver said something about the claw last time. Down hashtag 130, bud. Right needs mobility and some other stuff. He's 100% right. Not damage, though. Also, he gives feedback, not rent. Who? Wait, what? Oh, okay. Weird. I was reading the chat, I was trying to keep up with the conversation, and I couldn't, so I just gotta give up, boys. Tooth has a full group on Alliance. We do have Evie Dunn, and we do have Kragar. I guess we get a Kragar versus Tooth, yeah? Okay, cool, Dirk. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, during the 5V5 1v1 Duels, this is the time I have the most trouble keeping up with chat. I can keep up with like some dudes popping in saying hello and just chit-chatting about like popular shit, but when you guys really get into in-depth conversations, like I could go into the duel and I'm focusing on the duel, right? Trying to commentate and shit. Have some fun with it, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking to myself, oh, it's gonna be in a video later. And also I'm just like, I'm also trying to, I don't know if anybody noticed, I've been trying to like improve on the dueling thing. Like sometimes I just watch a duel, I'm like, man, I'm really repeating the same words. Can I adjust it somehow? Like if the duel is happening, is there another way I can describe what's going on? You know, to really keep it entertaining, or at least involved, without like, oh, he's using Raging Blow, and then the duel uses Shred. You know, less away from abilities and more about just general concepts and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, so I was really trying to kind of keep my mind in that. Someone roll duel with enhance. Yo, dude, I would love to see an enhancement shaman. There we go. Gotcha. Alrighty, do we do more or do we go get food, boys? Now's a big question because we do have Tooth. Because we are going to be doing these tomorrow too. So if you guys are going to be here tomorrow, we could do more tomorrow. Because normally I stream for 2 hours a day and then I edit the rest of the time. I try to get some food. I have very little free time. So, yeah. So do we just call it one more? Man, do we go food or we go more? Because we're going to do more tomorrow. Yo, Kragar, are you going to be here tomorrow? Kragar, are you going to be here tomorrow, my dude? Would you be down for more tomorrow? Because normally it's EU Friday, Saturday, NA. But since it's PTR, it's both NA and EU can play. Just got here? Oh, shit, dude. Well, don't worry. All this best parts of the duels are going to be on the channel. Don't worry about it. Yo, Kragar, would you be here tomorrow? Because I know you've been waiting. I try to give you as many times as you can play. One last one. Maybe one more. We do have Tooth. I guess Tooth versus Kragar. That could do it. Alrighty, boys. I got one more in me. One more in me, but we're going to do more tomorrow. How did that sound? And a Tooth. Alrighty. It's cute. Did I save this one? I better save just in case. Because it's really annoying ripping it off of YouTube. The audio is just not the same. You know, feed the demons. That'd be great. Can't wait to play Demonology in the expansion, dude. After you guys show me some of those builds with the Demon Doggos, I want to play Demonology even more, dude. Oh, okay, we got a balance to it. Switch. We got ourselves Team Kragar with a Master Fruit. Oh my goodness. 49. Looks like he got his roll of 49. We'll see if it goes first or last, but we got a Boomy. We also got ourselves Yase as a Warlock, Kahoth as a Feral. We got Kragar as a Warrior and Talarion as an Arms Warrior. Hopefully Talarion got to play more than just last. Veronica on the other team as the Arms Warrior who never dies, or almost never. We got ourselves YXDI as a Shaman. We got ourselves Zodas as what looks like a Frost DK. Yo, with this weapon. Yo, he looks so cool. Look at that weapon, dude. He got runes, and look at this, man. Look at all blue as a Frost DK. Man, does that look good. It looks like it's going to be him versus Tellurion off the bat. Zodas versus Tellurion. Zodas going for a stun. Big blood of the enemy versus Tellurion, trying to see if he can chop him off with big obliterates, but it's going to be that unmitigated disarm by the Arms Warrior as he pops into battle stance to do more damage to Zodas, popping out a defensive stance when he knows Zodas can't react. And Tellurion is going to pop back into defensive stance once the damage has happened, trying to defuse as much damage Zodas got for him. Zodas does go for a lot of self-heals. Lichborn did get used, so there's a good chance he might have used a lot of death coils to heal himself during that moment. Tellurion is going to see that a summoned zombie comes out for Zodas. Zodas could actually, I think it's in Shadowlands he can sacrifice that pet later. I don't think he can sacrifice it right now for heals, but he does go for a death pact. That's going to be AMS, as if it's going to do much against an Arms Warrior who's all physical might. It looks like it's going to be a really short stun. Looks like I think the pet from Zodas does go for a stun. I think it goes for a gnaw. So I think that does DR Zodas' stun. Actually, no. He did have the banner. That's what it was. I saw the banner, but it just didn't register in my mind. I don't know why. But it looks like Zodas is getting close to the execute. Is that going to be Tellurion taking him down? Big execute comes out by the Warrior in defense stance, taking him out, dude. The Arms Warrior is still holding on to Avatar, still holding on to lots of his cooldowns. And Karamati going to be up next as a Feral Druid out of Team 2. As I tried to find where Karamati is at, it's going to be big damage on Tellurion as he goes in with a battle stance. Karamati, though, taking lots of damage, leap and a charge. That's going to be quite a lot out of the Arms Warrior. Karamati does pop defensive stance, or does pop the wall with Thorns as well. Fear by the Warrior as he's waiting for Thorns to be out. There's also going to be Berserk available for the Feral Druid. Tellurion might have to pop die by the sword here. They're actually super low in health. Big Reaping Flames, no die by the sword. He just dies by the hand of a Feral instead. Yase is going to be up next though. Which one is Yase? Yase is 2. Okay. Mortal Coil into the Feral immediately as he was trying to set up a gateway. That's going to be, that unlucky interrupt. Karamati interrupting the Valfin actually locks out Yase on fire. I said it earlier in the stream, but I'm repeating it for this duel. Because summoning Valfin is a fire lock. It's not a shadow, it's not a demon lock. It's fire. Gonna be a big burst with a stun into Karamati with a Shadow Fear right after. That Tyrant is actually doing quite a lot of damage. Bash onto the Warlock as Karamati trying to recover to get himself a little bit of health. That's gonna be a Felguard as well as a Valfin attacking him. Does catch a restall for a second with a Shadow Melt by the looks of it. And Karamati is going to be able to get out of this scot-free. Yasa is going to have to reposition himself. Going to be another reopener by the Feral. It's going to be a really short stun though. I don't know why it was such a short stun. Yasa does go for a gateway. It looks like Karamati is just going to kind of hang out on his side of the arena for a little bit. Getting those Moonfires onto Yasa. Maybe that lets him build calm points or something. Warbanner's back. I think Warbanner has been in BFA as an honor talent though. So it's not like a baseline thing from... I think it was Mop, right? That Warriors got banners. I think they had a Taunt banner, CC reduction banner, and the Burst banner. Going to be big stun onto Karamati as Yasa trying to get some damage in. Got some pets up and running. Got a curse onto Karamati. But looks like the Feral is going to be able to get himself a little bit of self-heals and survive it for a little bit. Looks like he's going to be A-okay. Cat Hoth, can you be out of stealth and back in the room, please? Appreciate you, by the way, buddy. I know you want to watch the duel probably from a better angle, but can you be out of cat form and out of stealth, please? If you want to be mounted and sit in the corner, I think that's fine. But before you duel, can you run back in the room if you're mounted in the corner? Thanks, fam. Appreciate that. It's going to be Karamati getting hit with a stun, though. Yasi does he have the big damage, trying to get himself a Candle Dawn, but it doesn't do it enough. Did Candle Dawn go off? It might have. Looks like Karamati is going to be playing that survivability gameplay for a bit. At least for a while, man. Fear by Yase does get interrupted on it. Karamati just continuing to shred and bite through Yase. Does get the Tyrant up and running for this with the Wild Feed. That's going to be quite a lot of damage. Yase does not have the stun to follow after this though. Karamati does go for the Ursul's Vortex, trying to root the pets out of the way. Boris gets to follow for this damage as he's taking hits. And he's trying to get himself a bit of a reset. He so far has been very, very survivable against Yase's openers. I think every time he has Bardic skin, he should be good. Didn't have to use wall here though. I felt like the Warrior was doing a lot of pressure for him, but Yase, I think with the pets and how long it takes for him to get setups, it just doesn't have enough consistent damage where Karamati would need to Karamari would need to use like Barkskin regularly. Gonna be that stun, trying to get some pets up and running. And Karamari just gonna wall us just so he can secure himself maybe a bit of close to a win. That's gonna be Yasin backing out of this. He's Karamari with some damage. It's gonna be a back and forth. I think the Feral does have the capability of putting bleeds on Yasin. Just like refreshing bleeds, I guess. We might just have to do that. Just might have to bleed him out. Because staying next to Yasin this whole time just doesn't really work all that well. Try to see if we can maximize the damage. Yasin going in for a fear with a bit of drain life. Those bleeds are really setting in. Another fear, right as he goes in for a leap, hand go down to follow, trying to make the damage happen as the Barkskin is up for Karamari. If he can get a full stun onto Karamari right now, he actually doesn't have wall or Barkskin. This would be the perfect time to do it. I don't know if Yasin has enough though. If he has enough more to call onto Karamari with more pets, more drain life. It doesn't look like Yasin is ready yet. If we can go for another stun setup onto Karamari, this would be the perfect time though. No Barkskin for about, I'd say, at this point, 40 seconds now. We are already at 6 minutes though, 7% dampening, so the healing is going to be lower, but Karamari should still be able to heal quite a bit. For Yasin though, this is rough, man. He just got to get all the pets up and running. He got to get some CC onto Karamari. It is rough. Karamari though, not going for the big bleeds and like just, because he could just go in, put bleeds up, and run away. Come in, refresh him, run away. Yasin trying to see if he might be able to get a fear, no skull bash, and might be able to get the shadow bolt and some of those resources available into a summon demon. That's going to be a summon stun by the pet. That's going to be a second pet stun most likely right after. There's going to be a second pet stun right after. All the damage mortal call onto Karamari. Might be enough from the tower. No! Comes down! I knew he needed to do all that burst. He just needed a good setup. No Barkskin or nothing, and down goes the Feral. And Ziddy is going to be, YXDI is going to be up next. Which one are you? Okay, 2. So 2 and 2. That's going to be poured away from Yasin as YX. Got still lightning in his hands. Yasin is going to have to go for more setups like this against the Shaman. We'll see how well it works out for him. Trying to get a couple insta-casts is going to be elemental dropping in Yasin. Going to just take a little bit of his electricity treatment here. Just some shock therapy. He's trying to summon a Valrup in case YZ does go for, YX does go for a interrupt. Mortal Call onto the Shaman. Did Shaman pop wall? He did pop wall, so it's going to be wall down for the count. Yasin back up to the top of the platform. Has this ability for him to always bail out of there and run away. Could go for bandage, does go for bandage onto the pet. Not letting the Fire Ellie get free damage on him. YX though, how is he going to do it? Lightning Lasso. No stun by Yasin. Does get a knockback onto the Warlock as well as the pet. Yasin is kind of out in the open slowed a little bit. Going to be some freebie damage from XY. Does go for a stun as the frost damage is almost available for the Warlock, for the Shaman. And that's going to be a normal Dwarven racial to remove all those dots if there are any. At least give him a bit of defensive. Yasin did burn a reflect as well. And both of them are going to go for a bit of a reset. Does XY have anything left? If he might have an Earth Elemental, does he have a Trinket? He might not have a Trinket either. So Yasin is kind of waiting. He's saving those stuns for later. Mortal Call onto XY, trying to go for the Tyrant. Is that going to be the big go? Stun onto XY. Does he go for another stun with Shadow Fury? He does. That's going to be Tyrant doing quite a bit of damage though. XY does go for as much self-heal as possible with the healing surges to follow. And Yasin trying to see if he can create another Hellstone for himself. XY did survive a lot of this onslaught without a defensive either. Maybe he used a Warlock Hellstone from Doom Counter at the last second. That might have been it. Trying to get an Ice Fury against Yasin. Instead goes for Lightning Lash instead. I don't really see him using Ice Fury that often. I think it would be a really good hit though. Like lots of instants. Yasin goes in for another stun. All those spells. Does Yasin have enough to really cast off? Does get interrupted on fire so he can cast the rest of his spells. Does wall as his health is super low. Trying to get as much damage into YX as best possible. There goes another Vile Fiend. No reflect available for the lightning bolts. That's going to be a Mortal Coil though into the Shaman. The Warlock is surviving by the skin of his teeth, dude. And that's going to be a nice port back up. XY has opportunity. YX has an opportunity to go for XYD. Dude, there's got to be a better name to give you. XY though. Oh, YX. I want to call you XY every single time for some reason. I want to follow the alphabet, dude. I don't know why. Lightning Lasso onto YX does shrink at the stun from the pet. It's interesting how it shows that you still have the CC on you even though you hit the trinket button. It's interesting in the UI. That's going to be another port for Yasin. I think you might need to bait out a wall from YX and then go for the big go again. Might just need to try to do it with a big go as well. Warlock all into XY, trying to go for a big Tyrant. If you can stun him before the wall comes out, does not get the stun, and YX does get the wall off. There's going to be a Tyrant meeting him on the other side though. Tyrant should be getting free damage. Nope, going to be interrupted. And YX is still going to get surrounded by all those pets, trying to again try to deny the Tyrant all that freebie damage. Light Lasso has an elemental of his own, has a pet of his own joining the fight. That's going to be Yassi bailing out or back above. He's just trying to keep that thing on cooldown. YX though does have himself Dark Iron Racial, Dwarven Racial, which does seem think it removes all the dots, but does give you defensive instead of intellect buff. Yassi got Reflect available, takes the gateway down. Not really sure if he needed to. It's gonna be a big lightning bolt on Yassi, big Earth Shock. I think he might have Yassi right here with Frost Shocks to follow. YX does take the Warlock down at the very last second. Master Fruit is gonna be up next. That's gonna be silenced onto XY. I think even interrupted him on Nature, trying to blast through him. Big Star Surge is bash to follow. Raz trying to make a play. The dots might just do it, and down he goes with Master Fruit up next versus Veronica. It's gonna be Thorns up and running. Does go for a Warbreaker for a second, or War Stomp. Big leap for the Warrior. They're just trying to bail out of there. Master Fruit still has a lot of damage available. Barskin, Thorns, and the big Incarn. First time we've seen a Boomkin in these. Can the Boomy do anything? Knock back into Veronica. Does get a charge back with a Colossus Smash to follow. Veronica has Avatar with a big old Blaze Storm. Lots of damage ready for Master Fruit. Still sitting in defensive stance though. Just trying to take the least amount of damage with 40% dampening, which might be a good idea. Master Fruit just gracefully floating down from the bridge. Trying to do as much damage as he can to Veronica. Not a lot of healing really available at this high dampening. Trying to do what he can. Does get himself a Safeguard Trinket Proc too. That's going to be another interrupt into Nature. Cannot even heal himself with regrowths against Veronica at this point. It doesn't look like Veronica plays a stun, but I think it's still going to be an execute for Veronica either way. Master Fruit at least got some form of damage out. Try to go for a silence onto Veronica, but that's going to be execute either way. Veronica is going to be up next versus Cathoth. One of the two people left on the first team. Big Blood of the Enemy with a big old dress to get. Leaping onto Veronica. Does get a big old juke. And Veronica fully bled up. It's going to be going down. No commanding shout. Does keep him alive for the very, very last second. Does he have enough rage for Ignore Pain maybe? Because the earlier he puts up Ignore Pain against those bleeds, the better. Try to go for Blaze Storm. There it goes. The next hit, that's it. Trinket, Replay, gets himself a little bit of health, down with the sword, wait, he's actually alive still, Warbreaker onto the Feral, still holding on to sword and board. That's going to be reflected against those thorns in case Cahill got big damage. Veronica somehow still alive. How is this happening? Does he go for shield block? Definitely should have shield block against the Feral. Cahill needs to get those bleeds up and running and just kind of win by bleeds alone. Trying to get the Moonfire, going to be a short charge by Veronica. Do they have enough anymore though? They have Avatar, so that's at least some damage. Fear is available. No way to get out of the stun. It might be really rough. Does he have a heal? Shortest shield ever, smallest shield possible. Maybe leap, charge. How are you alive? Blaze Storm just to break out of the slows. Charge to the Feral. Does get himself a big heal with Commanding Shout. How are you still alive? Warbreaker coming out. Maybe this way you just go for Avatar and just see how much damage you can do against the Feral. That's going to reflect necessary here for those thorns. Does get himself a Warlock Hellstone though. Commanding Shout is going to wear off very, very soon. Does have a Fear if necessary. It's going to be big old Avatar. Does give him Ignore Pain for free. Reflect his backup as well. How are you healing? How are you alive? Charge? Is that going to be any more heals? You got any more tricks up your sleeve? Nope. Oh my god. This warrior dude. Oh, jeez. That's so rough. That is rough. Doom Counter is going to be up next. And last one actually for Team 2. Wait, which one is Doom Counter? Okay, here we go. Well, are you Affliction? I think you're Destruction. Yeah, you're Destro. Trying to get the Immolate onto Cahill. Does hit him in the main. Where is your pet? Looks like the pet is going to be, the succubus is going to be far away. Trying to land a few onto Cahill with a Chaos Bolt instead. They interrupted the wrong spell. Cahill trying to see if he might be able to get out of there. Mortal Coil is going to hit him. Trick us out of it. But it's still going to be quite a few dots sizzling him. At 58% dampening, what can you really do? Trying to regrow. He's trying to fight through it. Dust of Barson is going to be Succubus C. I think this Chaos Bolt around the corner is going to be it though. Oh, yeah, not a lot you could really do at the end there. And Krager, last one standing on his team versus Doom Counter. Does set up a gateway in case he needs one. Trying trying to get an immolate onto Krager. Is going to take the gateway leap for Krager. Yeets himself all the way over there. That's going to be a fertile coming down. Fear onto Krager. Does Blade Storm actually reflect the Fear back to Doom Counter. Going in for as many golden as possible. Casbolt's trying to make a play. Fear by Krager, trying to deny the Casbolts as best as they can. Doom Counter just needs 1 or 2 Casbolts into Krager. Stormbolt to follow. Just didn't go for those Casbolts at all. I think it's going to be execute range for Krager. Succubus see Mortal Coil overlapping on top of it. Casbolts are still going to try to come through, and Krager does charge in to take him out. What was this duel? There was so much going on here, man. Yasha just surviving against these dudes back to back. I guess the Feral survived for so long. The warrior that just was not gonna die, dude. What do you even title this one? I don't even know who was the... It felt like everybody was the highlight of the duel. Sometimes, you know, you have a proper moment where you're like, man, I could totally just call it a duel, call the video that when something happens. But here, what do you do? I feel like everybody played their very best. Full group ready. Tooth, we gotta get you more in these, man. You doing more arenas after this? Let me know how I can. Let me know how I can come in. Krager duel, let me go. I can't find your duels arena, bro. Let me go in, please. Yo, you gotta do LFG, my man. You gotta do it through LFG. Yo, Alex. Dude, we gotta do more tomorrow, man. It's like 8 p.m. I gotta get food. Let me try my burst. Yo, dude. Tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. We gotta do more tomorrow on PTR, boys. More tomorrow on PTR. More tomorrow on PTR. EU are welcome. It's gonna be EU and NA. Both of you can play on PTR. EU and NA are welcome, dude. Both of you are welcome. All of you are welcome. Okay? We're gonna do more tomorrow. EU and NA are invited. Both of you are invited. Okay? Duel of Fates, a Warrior's Call. Jesus, dude, that's the name. The Will to Survive. Yo, dude, those Warriors' Will to Survive is incredible. There you go. I got the name. That's perfect, actually. Swears too angry to die. That's another good one. The Unyielding Warrior. That's another good one, I guess. Yeah, I guess the warrior would be like, how is he still alive, dude? How is he still alive? Can't find your name, Cruz. There'll be 5V5 1v1 DUELS. If you guys want to know how to join the groups, join our Discord, man. There's a whole area in Discord that shows you exactly how to find the groups, what to look up for in LOG, where to look up for in LOG. Cran set it up for you guys. Same time as usual. I'd see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, boys. Thank you so much for coming by, man. You guys are fucking awesome. Super fun hanging out with all of you boys. Thank you so much for coming in for the 5V5 1v1s. We're going to be doing more tomorrow. EU and NA just like today. It's going to be today, just tomorrow. Go again. We go again. But thank you guys so much. Let me just swap between arms, I guess. Yo, Cat, play whatever you want, my man. Hey, maybe you want to try the Reckless's playstyle, you know, the big burst. It's up to you, man. It's up to you, dude. Play whatever's comfortable, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you. I gotta see. Yeah, the warrior versus cat. That would be interesting, dude. As an arms warrior, they survived for quite a while, man. I don't have Discord. I use all the program. Who doesn't have Discord, dude? What do you use? Skype? Skype? Bro, I use that. Skype, TeamSpeak, Mumble. Bro, just get Discord. It's so easy. Everybody has Discord nowadays, man. TeamSpeak for the win. Yo, we did have to use in our guild Mumble for one of the raid runs. We had to do a couple of pulls on a boss through Mumble. And they used to use Mumble all the fucking time. Dude, the quality on Mumble is better than Discord. I was surprised. Because Discord quality is pretty good. Mumble, crisp. I don't know what they do, dude. They committed time into the servers to make sure everybody's mics sound amazing. And you can do even hotkeys so you can talk to specific people. So you can basically, like, while you're raiding, you can shit talk each other, just your friends, and no one else will hear you, the talking between you two. It's fucking hilarious, dude. It's hilarious as shit. So we had people who randomly message each other, random shit. I'm like, did you guys hear that? I'm like, no, we didn't hear it. And it'll be somebody fucking with you. I had no fucking idea, dude. Came up, yeah. Discord is like, it's just what everybody else gets at this point, right? It's just so convenient. It has decent enough call feature, you know, rooms and whatever, where it's good. You can stream games to one another if you want to. There's a chat section. It's like it's so good. But Mumble does do voice just a little better. Just the quality is different. You know what I mean? And maybe in Discord you can get the big quality, but I don't know, dude. Like, Discord has everything you need. It's like a giga good thing, giga good Skype. When Skype was something. Skype was awful when looking back at it though, dude. They still give you, dude, when you download Windows 10, they still like make you install Skype. Who does that? Just make you install Chrome, or Firefox. Let people get an option, Firefox or Chrome. Don't even, or at least give you a choice. Hey, we have Edge. You know, it comes standard, but do you want us to get Google Chrome, Firefox? What are you interested? It'd be so much better. It'd be like, okay, that's fine. And Discord instead of Skype. Come on, dude. Ventrilla. Dude, Ventrilla days. Ventrilla is so old, but it's old but good, dude. It's oldie but a goodie. Ventrilla days were good. Ventrilla days were fucking good. Let's go, champs. What's up, Larry? How you doing, man? We're done with the Duels from tonight, but hey, man. Check them out when they go in videos or hang out tomorrow, dude. We're going to be doing some more. Other Arms Warrior titles duel. She's a wannabe. I have the Arms Warrior tile. It is just really, cat. Oh man, dude, you just seen Veronica. They tried so hard, dude. They tried the shield thing and everything. I gotta give credit to Veronica. They did pretty good. Alrighty, boys. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next stream. Alrighty, boys. Peace.
When it hurts like this.